Please direct your... Dinners. His plans after graduation are to go to college and get a degree in engineering and making it to the NFL. Number 8, wide receiver, Alan Wimberly. He's escorted by his mom, Terry Yoder. His inspiration to play football is to get a free education so he and his family do not have to pay for it. His favorite Los Al football memory are the senior dinners. He plans after graduation are to go to college. Number 11, edge rusher, defensive end, and 4-year Griffin, Exodus Allo. He's escorted by his dad, Rob, mom, Teresa, brothers Ezekiel and Ezra, as well as Nana Misa and Nana Vita. His inspiration to play football is his Nana, so he can get a free college education and graduate for her. His favorite Los Al football memory is hanging out with the team and making new relationships. His plans after graduation are to play college football. Number 14, wide receiver, Hayden Elligon II. He's escorted by his dad, Hayden, mom, Nicole, sister, Haley, brother, Hunter, grandmother, Eula, Aunt Nadine Elligon Harris, and Uncle Robert Harris. His inspiration to play football started at the age of 5, playing youth football and being able to compete against his peers. The drive and competitiveness has turned him into the player he is today, and he is thankful for the coaches here at Los Al. His favorite Los Al football memory was making his first touchdown of the season after having to sit out the first 5 games. After graduation, he plans on attending a 4-year university, either in the Ivy League or a Power 5 program, where he intends to play football and major in engineering. Number 17, safety and 4-year Griffin, Blake Vera. He's escorted by his dad, Joseph, mom, Stephanie, and brothers, Gavin and Hudson. His inspiration to play football is his father and younger brother, Gavin, and growing up watching the Buffalo Bills on Sunday morning. His favorite Los Al football memory is swamped weight room before going to the Florida game last year. His plans after graduation are to pursue biomedical engineering at a university and continue his rugby career. Number 21, safety, Foster Slaughter. He's escorted by his dad, Foster Slaughter Sr., his mom, LaRonda, brothers Ramon, King and Ace, Papa Foster, Grandpa Gary Ed Phillips, Grandpa Stephen Kennedy, Donna Rhonda Kennedy, and Mama Lynette Ellis. His inspiration to play football are his parents and brothers, and most importantly, it's his passion. His favorite Los Al football memory is playing here at Vet Stadium, which is the same field his dad played on. His plans after graduation are to play football at San Diego State University while getting a degree in communications. Number 32, linebacker Kamar Matudi. He's escorted by his dad Latif, mom Suraya Muhammad, sister Kayla, brother Kair, grandmom Areta Muhammad, grandmom Jocelyn Edmondson. His inspiration to play football is to be able to provide his family with a better life and thank them for the sacrifices they have made for him. His favorite football memory is playing Super Smash Brothers at senior dinner. His plans after graduation are to play football at the University of Oregon and play in the NFL. Number 34, kicker and four-year Griffin, Connor McLaughlin. He's escorted by his dad, Darren, mom, Jamie, and twin brother, Chase. His inspiration to play football is his family. His favorite Los Al football memory are the senior dinners. His plans after graduation are to go to college. Number 43, defensive end and four-year Griffin, Pearson Sapanga. He's escorted by his dad, Mo, mom, Day, sisters, Ray, and Kiki, cousins, Aaliyah Salima, and Jaden Hernandez. His inspiration to play football is his family, so his parents don't have to pay for anything anymore. His favorite Los Al football memory are the senior dinners. Number 44, middle linebacker and four-year Griffin, Zechariah Misa. He's escorted by his dad, Piano, mom, Selena, brother, Zephaniah, and sister, Zene. His inspiration to play football is his dad and brother. His favorite memory of Los Al football was his first starting game in Fresno against Buchanan. His plans after graduation are to go to college and play rugby. He would also like to get a job, get married, and start a family. His plans after graduation are to get a degree and build a stable foundation for himself. Number 46, linebacker, Caden Clark. He is escorted by his dad, Tim, and mom, Rochelle. His inspiration to play football is being drafted by Fenton from weightlifting. His favorite Los Al football memory are the bus rides back to school after Friday night games. His plans after graduation are to attend the university and medical school to become an orthopedic surgeon. Number 47, linebacker and four-year Griffin, Robert Ledoux. He's escorted by his dad, Jerry, mom, Naomi, sister, Ellie, and brother, CJ. His biggest inspiration to play football is his father. His favorite Los Al football memory is singing with the team on the bus rides home, such as our legendary rendition of Party in the USA. His plans after graduation are to pursue a computer science degree, hopefully at a UC school. His favorite quote, "It's not the size of the dog in a fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog." But the other dog being a 6'7", 300-pound lineman makes it a bit harder. Number 70, defensive lineman and four-year Griffin, Eric Scherenberger. He is escorted by his dad, Greg, and his mom, Cheryl. His inspiration to play football is his dad. And his favorite LoSal football memory is going to Florida with the team. His plans after graduation are to go to college. Number 93, defensive tackle, Andre Short. He's escorted by Mom Tarika Ward, Grandpa Lee Ward, and Grandma Trinka Ward. His inspiration to play football are Coach Bo and Isaiah Rubin. His favorite LoSal football memory are the senior dinners. After graduation, he plans to make good money and take care of his family. And our final senior, number 96, tackle, Andre Taylor. He's escorted by Tanisha and Lakeith Davis, Andre, Andrew, Anaz, and Chad Taylor, and Dora White. His inspiration to play football is to have a better future for himself and his family. His favorite LoSal football memory was the conditioning test. His plans after graduation are to attend a four-year university and work towards his dreams. Please put your hands together for our senior Griffins and their families.
having trouble getting out.
Need to get on my Wi-Fi?
No. Away with the league champions. Tonight, the Griffins are seeking to join the Galloping Ghosts of La Palma Park, Mickey Flynn and the 53-56 Anaheim Colonists as the only other school in the Sunset League history to win 4 consecutive undefeated league titles. Standing in their way is the arch-rival team in green and gold. Hello everyone, Kent Bikel along with Justin Conley live from Veterans Memorial Stadium, bringing tonight's Sunset League Championship game between the Edison Chargers and your 3-time defending Sunset League champion Los Alamitos Griffins. Justin, the Griffins and the Chargers tangle one more time for all the league marbles. What are you expecting to see tonight?
I'm expecting to see a very exciting game between two of the very best in Orange County. These teams line up very well against each other. They're made for one another. And two very well-coached teams that are going to play fast. They're going to execute. Los Al's going to have to watch the penalties tonight because Edison's the type of team that will take advantage of those things. And Edison, what they may lack in a bit of talent or an edge to Los Alamitos, they make up for in grit and coaching. So we're looking for what could be a tight game here for the last final hurrah here for the Sunset League possibly.
Griffins coming to this game 7-2, 4-0, and number 7 in Orange County, led by 8th-year head coach Ray Fenton. Chargers are 6-3 this season, 4-0 in league. Number 9 in Orange County, they're led by 7th-year head coach Ray Fenton. We were able to catch up with Coach Cobley for a little bit of a chat before this ball game, and then we'll come right back with Steve Fryer from the Orange County Register. Here's Coach Cobley.
We're joined by Griffins defensive coordinator Mike Cobley. Coach, first off, congratulations on another big win this past week against Huntington Beach. Team looked
of Orange County High School football, Steve Fryer. Steve, thanks for joining us. How are you?
I'm doing good. When you say Godfather, I feel like you should have like a cat or something.
You know, somebody called me the Godfather once of something else. I don't know why, and I thought exactly the same thing. Great minds think alike.
Yes.
Steve, you've covered these teams for I don't know how many, quite a few years.
Yes, sir.
You have a big. I know you have a lot of respect for Dave White and the coaching staff down over there at Edison. Talk a little bit about that and some of the advantages they've got coming into tonight's ball game.
Well, talent-wise, they don't have too many advantages. They graduated a big senior class from last year. I know you know all about that. Los Al's just, talent-laden left and right. I really like that quarterback at Los Al. He's not, the first team all-county guy or second team all-county guy, probably not, right? But the guy's just he's cocky in the right way, He's got a lot of swagger to him, which I totally dig, and what you got to have at a quarterback position. He'll run it, he'll put the shoulder down, he'll get up, and he's a tough guy to bring down, and he's also ultra tough. And he throws the ball really well. He's just a well-rounded quarterback. I dig him a lot. As far as like the Edison thing goes, my little story I always like to tell about Edison is my son played at Servite, and one team that they always respected and loved was Edison, because they felt they were sort of the same sort of dudes as Servite guys. They felt like, they had this brotherhood thing going on at Edison. If you smack them down, they're going to get up. If they smack you down, they're going to help you up to get you ready to get smacked down again. So they sort of dug that whole Edison vibe. They weren't talking smack. They were just respectful, they respected each other's traditions and all that good stuff. So it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's you have these coaches and all that staff they got down there with Coach White and then Coach Troy Thomas joining Jeff Grady. Lots of tradition at Edison, and these two teams. Think about it, Steve. 16 of the last 17 years, it's either been Los Al or Edison as the Sunset League champions, doing the dance one more time.
Yeah, Corona de Marzone who stuck their nose in there to mess that whole thing up. Dave White, is back coaching the team. The funny thing about Troy Thomas was I saw him at the battle, who's, was the head coach at Servite for many years, Crespi too, and it was my son's head coach over at Servite. And funny thing about Troy, who I got to know pretty good, I see him at the beach and stuff like that. He's pretty good in the water, man. The guy's like bulked up. He's tough in the water, my friend. And so I saw him at the battle at the beach, the big summer 7-on-7 passing tournament thing. And I go, hey, what are you doing here? He goes, well, I'm just a dad running a clock. That's all I'm doing, just running one of the game clocks. Okay, cool. Then a couple weeks into the season, I'm kind of like, advisor kind of guy. And now I look. He's on the roster of coaches coaching defensive backs. Couldn't keep that guy away from the game. And my partner and I, Dan Albano, said, it's only a matter of time for Troy's going to get back in the coach. And, he said, nah, I'm kind of done. I'm just going to be a dad. Nah, he's got he's got the taste for coaching young people. He's very adept at it. He's an ace defensive guy, ace defensive backs guy specifically. You can't keep that guy away from football.
It's I got an opportunity to meet him last year when the Griffins played Servite. And, you hear different things about it, but getting to meet him, the story I'm going to tell everybody is him coming up here. He had a coach that was disabled, and making sure that he came all the way up here to Mount St. Vet's just to make sure that his coach is able to get back down. It's just, what a guy. You don't see that happen, at that level. And I got a chance to chat him up a little bit. So gracious after a defeat, but just a heck of a guy. So I've got nothing but good things to say about Coach Troy Thomas.
Yeah, he's quite the dude. I'm bummed that number 4, Devin Mitchell's not playing for Los Al tonight. I guess he's got a turf toe situation. He's such a spectacular kid. And here's an interesting thing about him I watch. A lot of times you'll see a guy, a really star player like him, who's, highly recruited guy and all that. And in pregame, if he's not playing, he's kind of like, just talking to pals, messing around, all that. He was involved in drills.
Yeah.
He was helping run things, kind of like a sort of a graduate assistant coach, getting the ball, helping, throwing the ball, moving around, helping make drills happen. That's pretty good. You don't always see the elite sort of kid, get his fingernails a little bit dirty and help get his teammates ready to go. That was pretty neat. Little tip of the cap to number 4, David Mitchell.
Yeah,
very mature guy.
Well, Devon, let me tell you, he's as advertised, and as you noted, he does the same thing in practice. Whether or not he was dinged up or not, he's that guy. He's not above himself. He's not one of those kids at all. So gracious, nice kid. His dad keeps him grounded for sure. Dad, Marco Mitchell, used to play in the league. Played for Nevada. Was a receiver for Colin Kaepernick. So yeah, he legit guy, and as you noted, just a really heck of a guy.
Yeah, that's good. So what do you got on this game? Who's going to win?
Well, I like the Griffins a lot in this
game.
Yeah,
I do too.
Then we'll see what happens with playoffs. But it's going to be a battle tonight. I expect Edison to come out, try to run the ball. They got Julius Gillick. He's really going to get behind that offensive line, and he's running against the strength of the Griffins. The Griffins have only allowed 9 total yards of rushing in the past 3 games, and that says a lot. So they're going to be up against it. That's going to be the key to the game here tonight.
Is Losaw going to score 60 on these guys like they've done the last 3 weeks?
Boy, I don't know. I'd bet the unders with that one.
Yeah, me too. I would too. But I think they're going to get their points. Edison's going to, like you say, Gillick's been a heck of a back. Niamata's back at quarterback for them tonight. Freshman Sam Thompson, the only freshman ever start a football game in varsity ever in the history of the school. Sam Thompson, the lefty freshman. Name to remember in the future for Orange County football.
He's legit good.
But I'll tell you what, I think that, Edison will score some points here, but scoring with the Griffins, I don't know, man. This Griffin team, that's a machine out there, dude.
All right, Steve. Hey, thank you so much for stopping by pregame.
Sure, love it.
Always great to have you on. Steve Fryer, the godfather of Orange County football, Orange County High School football, up here, along with the other royalty, Eric Sondheimer. So great to have these guys aboard here, catching the Sunset League Championship game from Vet Stadium. Well, Edison's got the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. They'll be kicking from left to right here, about 66 degrees at kickoff. Beautiful night, full moon up ahead, and hardly any wind at all in the sky. Maybe about a 5-mile-an-hour breeze coming from the west, a little chill in the air. But the Griffins right now have Carson Clark and Isaiah Rubin. The Griffins in there all black with red numerals and blue helmets. We're about ready to get this game underway.
Yeah, we're ready to go, Ken. Super excited for this one. It could be, like we said, the final showdown between these 2 teams in the Sunset League, but more than likely, there's a chance we could see them in our league next year again. Just could be under a different name. So we're looking to finish this streak that we've had of over 4 years, undefeated in the Sunset League, with a big one here over Edison.
Obama boots this one away. It's returnable. It's taken at the 20, going sideways at the 25, the 30. Crosses the 30, get down to about the 33-yard line. Goes Anthony League as they kicked it to the up man. That's where the Griffins will take over, 1st and 10 to start this ball game.
The Griffins have done a good job this year of mixing up who's back there to return the football. The Griffins have a lot of talent, and Anthony League that time getting a chance to return the football for the Griffins to start the game.
Alonzo Esparza is the quarterback. He'll send 4 receivers off to the left side this time. They'll go in an empty backfield. Ball is on the right hash mark. Elegon by himself on the right side. He's doubled up out there. Esparza quickly takes it himself, trying to get outside and hit in the backfield, and he'll lose a yard on the play. Esparza comes into this game. He's averaging 6 yards a carry, along with his 6 touchdowns on the ground, -1 on that first carry.
Not sure what happened there, but it looked like Alonzo Esparza on the quarterback run. Tackle made on the play by Noah Thompson for Edison.
2 receivers on either side. Handoff left side this time, and a bigger push there by the front for the Griffins. The Griffins have a big offensive line advantage. They've got about 290 pounds a man going against a little bit smaller Edison front. They're averaging about 215 a man. He'll pick up 4 yards on 2nd down, 3rd and 7. Esparza back to pass, looks right, sets up throws, complete, crossing the middle. 50-yard line and more. Hayden Elegon still on his feet, picks up a block by Carson Clark as they get down across the 40-yard line into Edison territory, down to the 39-yard line. 1st down, Griffins.
Alonzo Esparza has been really good on 3rd down this year. That time, holding in there in the pocket, finding Hayden Elegon all the way on the crossing route. Hayden Elegon had the open space he needed to easily pick up the 1st down and get some yards after that.
Elegon's been the guy so far in the last 2 games. 8 catches, 120 yards in each of the past 2. Motion man comes, that's League. He'll get it. Sticks his foot in the ground, crosses the 35-yard line, down to the 34-yard line. Goes Anthony League.
Anthony League really used his vision there to hold up for an extra second and make that first defender miss so that he could get to those yards easier, setting up a better opportunity on second down.
League comes off. Griffins go empty backfield, trips to the right side. Esparza's got time, throws all the way across the field complete. Carson Clark's got it, trying to make a man miss, driving. He's got to get down to the 29. He's going to be close. That's Carson Clark, his first reception of the night.
Looks like Carson Clark will move the sticks. He caught that ball about 2 yards before the first down marker. Then he was able to battle for it. Picks up the first down. Griffins are getting all their good guys started early tonight.
1st and 10. Griffins at the 29. That's handoff up the middle. That's Gerard Terry. He moves the pile across the 20-yard line down to the 19. Gerard Terry getting his first carry in quite a while.
Actually, I think that was the second one tonight. Heard see number 7 earlier. Gerard Terry getting back out there, and that time carrying a defender with him.
1st and 10, Griffins at the 19. Esparza back to pass, sets up throws. Gerard Terry's got it at the 20-yard line. He's not going to get anything over there as Ibarra wasn't able to block two of the Chargers over there, and he'll lose a yard back to the 20.
Gotta love the pace from the Griffins. The Griffins getting right back at it. Barely giving us a chance to call the plays, but that time Gerard Terry gets tackled for a loss for the first time this game.
Boy, you're not joking. Fast breaks. 2nd down and 11 for the Griffins. League in motion. Fake to him. Esparza keeps it. Tried to get around the corner, and he'll step out of bounds right around the 19-yard line. Actually, they'll keep him inbounds to the 18. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 8 from there.
I think we kind of have to go in on Saturday and watch film with them to make sure they don't have a goal of making me talk minimal by keeping the speed up on offense.
4 receivers off to the right side. Ball's on the left hash mark. Esparza trying to get him to jump. They didn't. Well-coached Edison Charger team over there in white. Esparza back. He's got time. Sets up, throws the right side complete. Crossing the 5th time, driving down to the 10-yard line. And that was Anthony League. And he's going to be a little short of the first down, maybe 2 yards short at the 11. The Griffins bring in the beef.
That time the Griffins lined up with 4 out to the right. Throw a swing pass to Anthony League, and we're back on offense.
Griffins handoff up the middle, 1st down and more. Still on his feet, driving for the end zone. He's in! Touchdown, Griffins! Anthony League!
Big league football running over another guy for Edison. Taking care of business on his own there to make it into the end zone. He picked up the first down and then continued running those feet for another 5 yards into the end zone. Sorry, Kent.
Anthony League's been averaging 10.5 yards a carry for the last 3 weeks, coming back from his ankle injury, and he seems certainly good on that one. As Gamarnik on to try the extra point. Out of the hole of Colin Creason, snap down, kick is up, and it is good. So with 8:11 to go here in the first quarter, Los Alamitos 7 and Edison 0.
And a great start for Los Alamitos. Looked like Edison wanted to come out first, kick the ball off, try to get their defense started, see if they'd get the Los Alamitos to start slow. And that's not what we did. We came out, had a long extended drive there. Well, by our terms, at least, sometimes we go down the field pretty quick. So some big plays mixed in there, but also got to love that we see Alonzo Esparza and these guys converting on 3rd downs and converting on 4th downs. Brought in the beef there to convert on 4th down, running into the end zone. You can't be happier with a great offensive outing to start the game like that.
Yeah, the Griffins just did a really nice job after that, very kind of a slow start there to start the drive, and the Griffins able to take it down on the heels of a really nice grab out there by Hayden Elegon to move the sticks a couple times, and then just moving the ball around to so many different people. And to Steve Fryer's point earlier, before the game started, Alonzo Esparza does a nice job distributing the ball. He's just a gamer, kind of a quarterback, and it really showed up on that drive.
Yeah, it does. Like I said, for that pass to Hayden Elegon, it was a good 3.5, 4 seconds that he had to stand in that pocket and wait while Elegon was able to clear out of the center away from those linebackers to get some open space to catch that drag route all the way across the field. And Elegon did a good job after catching it of making sure he picked up the first down and knew where he was, on the field. But no doubt it was Alonzo Esparza who held in there, kept his eyes down the field, and chose to hit Hayden Elegon in stride.
McLaughlin has got the ball at the key to the left side on the hash at the 40-yard line. Kick deep, it's returnable at the 2. Down the left side at the 20. Breaks outside there and taken down. Coming from the back side to pull him in was Zechariah Misa. And Edison will take over, 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Looks like this Griffins defense is excited to get on the field tonight. Starting linebackers for the night, Jackson Regis, Iverick Kerrigan, Kamar Mutudi. And it looks like we are maybe in dime right now, and have an extra safety out there.
Quarterback tonight is Niamata. He steps into the ball game as Gillick behind him. 2 receivers on either side of the formation. Niamata, the junior, transfer over from Otter Day, handoff. Up the middle goes Gillick. He picks up a big run there on 1st down, comes into this game averaging 8 yards a carry.
Jackson Regis making the tackle from the outside linebacker position. Was able to wrap up the runner by the feet, but not until a 9-yard gain.
We'll give them 8 on the play on the carries. They move it back to the 32, 2nd down and 2. Same formation, 2 on either side. Gillick offset to the right of Niamata. Play action fake, throws out, complete to the right side, and that's enough for a 1st down out there.
That's Isaiah Rubin and Gerard Terry coming up to make the tackle together on the wide receiver. Gerard Terry playing left cornerback position tonight, while Isaiah Rubin will be at the safety position on the same side.
Carson Daniels on the receiving end of that one from Niamata. Niamata with 8 touchdowns and 7 interceptions on the season. They'll go to the wing to the left side. Gillick directly behind Niamata. Griffins with a 3-man front. They'll hand off. Gillick's got it, try to get to the outside. He's got the corner. Runs over a man right at the 45-yard line, keeps his feet. Chunked up with another 8 yards there as the Griffins lost contain on the outside.
That's Foster Slaughter coming up from the safety position to make the original stop, and then had help from his other brothers to make the tackle 2 yards before the 1st down.
2nd down and 2.
From the Edison 47.
At the 47-yard line, just underway here in the 1st quarter. Los Alamitos 7, Edison 0, 6:33 to go in the 1st. Expect a lot of running tonight from both teams. Now they'll come into a tight formation right on the left hash mark there. Wingman goes from left to right across the formation, sets up, hands off. Gillick runs into a wall, and not sure he's going to get the 1st down. He's going to be short, maybe a yard on that play, as a whole lot of big, beefy Griffins are right in the middle of that, and then their black jerseys and the red numerals.
Looked like that tackle was led there by Regis and Misa, and the defensive line making a big push there to make the stop.
3rd down and 1 for the Chargers. Niamata calling the signals at the line of scrimmage. Tight formation on the left hash mark on 3rd down and 1. Gillick the lone setback. Julian Gillick gets the ball, and he gets the 1st down right at the 49. He needed one, and he got it.
Yeah, he did. He hit the hole hard, Kent, and he got real low, even lower than our defensive line. And he was able to squeeze out that extra yard and get the 1st down.
Just shy of midfield is Edison, as they pick up their third down of this drive. As the clock continues to wind at 5:10 to go here in the 1st quarter, 7-0 Griffins. 2 receivers on either side of the formation. Gillick lined up behind Niamata. Niamata turns, hands off. Gillick gets it, hit in the backfield, and he'll just get to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
It looked like Iverick Kerrigan shooting in there from the linebacker position, makes the tackle low on the running back right at the line of scrimmage. That was a nice play, combination from the defensive line and linebackers there.
Gerard Terry playing cornerback tonight on the left side. On 2nd down and 10. Look for that matchup there with Mason York. He's the leading receiver. He goes in motion out to the left side there. Niamata back to pass, looking for York. Sets up, throws behind him, incomplete. 3rd down and 10.
That time, 2 checks in coverage, along with linebacker, actually safety. That's Taydon Rogers underneath, and the quarterback just wasn't able to hit his wide receiver.
3rd and 10. Niamata. He's a 52% passer on the season. He's a junior. On 3rd down and 10. Looking for signals in, coming in from the sideline. Sets his line up there and sets back in formation. Trips out to the right side this time on 3rd down and 10. York's by himself to the left. Motion man comes, now he sets up in the slot. Niamata back to pass, sets up, throws, complete. Going to be short of the first down. Coming up, Foster Slaughter making the tackle, but he's going to be a couple yards short of the first down, and decision time for Coach Grady and the Chargers at 4th down, and we'll call it two, right at the Griffin 43-yard line.
You got to imagine in a game like this, they're going to try to go for it here, Kent, or at least try to get the Griffins to jump off sides.
They're going to huddle up here.
Looks like they're bringing in enough substitutions for either them going big or being able to set up for some sort of punt if they don't like what they see out of the defense when they line up.
Mason York acting as quarterback. He is the quarterback on 4th down and 2. Full house backfield, 3 running backs back there. Mason York is the quarterback. Handoff, Gillick, I think he's got the first down. As he does, he's got it to the 40-yard line. As hadn't seen that formation before, Mason York comes up under center, acts as a quarterback, hands off, and first down, Edison.
Jackson Vegas is able to make the tackle, but not until Edison was able to pick up the first down. Like you said, that's not something that we've seen out of Edison this year, so a bit of a new set, and I'm sure we'll find a way to try to get some pressure through the gaps there on that play.
Got to expect a lot of different looks here from Edison. They're going to bring out the kitchen sink as they're going to stop the Griffins in their quest for history. 1st and 10. 2 receivers to the left side this time. Play action fake, throws complete out to the left side. Going to be stopped for a short gain right at the 36-yard line. That pass thrown out there to Jacob Martin.
Tackle made on the play there. Foster Slaughter and Kamar Motudi coming up to make the tackle on the receiver and make a big hit in the process.
2nd and 6. Ball's at the Griffin 36-yard line. 2:27 to go here in the first quarter. Griffin 7, Edison 0, but Edison's driving. 2 receivers off to the right side. Gillick behind Niamata in the pistol. Play action fake, looking for York, well over his head and incomplete. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 6. York is well covered out there by Josh Tuchek.
And Tuchek got a little handsy at the end of that play, and the rest let that go, but you got to be very careful in a game like this. The ball was uncatchable. However, if you get too much hands on the receiver, they will call that pass interference still, so Griffins got lucky there, I think.
I'm going to jinx the Griffins right now. The Griffins have not gone a first quarter without a penalty, and so far so far this season, averaging over 100 yards in penalties over 9 games this season. The Griffins have yet to see a penalty. Actually, there's been no flags tonight, which is really great to see. 3rd down and 6. Trips to the right side this time. Ball's in the Griffin 36 on the left hash mark. Niamata back to pass, looks right. He's got time, sets up, looking for it all, and incomplete. Well over the head of the intended receiver. That's going to bring up a 4th down and 6 as the clock stops with 2 minutes to go here in the first.
And now here's where another decision comes up for Edison. That time overthrowing his receiver. It looks like Niamata is missing a bit of his touch tonight, and it may be due to whatever he's wearing on his hand. He's got some kind of glove or protection on his hand. It looks like his fingertips are out, but it looks almost like a weight glove from here, Kent. Very tough for us to see, but a glove on his hand nonetheless with his fingers cut out.
You got eagle eyes up here, Justin. We're a mile up here at Vet Stadium. 4th down and 6. Trips out to the right side. Niamata has Gillick behind him. Back to pass, looks right, steps up, throws, and batted away incomplete. And the Griffins will take over on downs.
That's a huge play for the Griffins defense. I'm not sure which defensive lineman was able to get his hand up there and knock that one down, but the Griffins getting it done on defense after Edison had drawn out much of the clock for the first quarter. And Griffins get the ball back here with 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter, ready to do their own damage.
Big stop by the Griffins defense, led by Coach Mike Cobley and John Hyman. Longtime cohorts on defense for the Griffins. 1st and 10, Los Al. They got trips out to the left side. No Devon Mitchell tonight. Lead goes in motion. He gets the ball. Right side he goes. Picks up a block and then gets bent backwards right at the 39-yard line. He'll pick up 3 on that play.
And League showing some great speed to hit the edge there and avoid the first tackle there, but then stopped his feet and took a pretty big hit there from the linebacker. Edison showing they're coming to lay the boom tonight as well.
2nd down and 7. Esparza keeps it himself right side, dragged down in the backfield, and he'll pick up a couple after getting ping-ponged around over there kind of like one of those old pinball games. Yeah, where they actually had pinball, you know.
Alonzo took a right, then took a left, took another right, and then was wrapped up by one tackler. Another tackler came in high and hit him. But Alonzo's tough as a quarterback, over there getting his play call and ready to go for the next play, Kent.
3rd down and 4. We got a minute to go here in the first 7-0 Griffins. Esparza checks over to the side, changes the signal, gets the ball. Back to pass he goes. He's got time. Sets up, throws complete. Carson Clark's got it. 1st down Griffins inside Edison territory down to the 43-yard line as Carson Clark's being asked to step up in the absence of Devon Mitchell, who's nursing a bit of an injury tonight. So the Griffins have it 1st and 10 at the Edison 43-yard line.
And Carson running a slick route there is able to get outside, make that reception just in a roll in the zone. And it looks like Alonzo Esparza had to trade helmets with another quarterback.
Is that the one with the headset in there?
Yeah. I'm not sure what's going on down there, but he's got to get back out there quick because I'm sure the clock is running.
1st and 10. Griffins at the Edison 42-yard line. And there's a timeout here as Los Alamitos didn't like what they saw. They'll take a timeout. 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Los Alamitos 7, Edison 0. Take a quick station ID from Matt Kerner.
Hey, this is country music artist Matt Kerner.
The Showdown Series hosts.
Okay, Justin, a little bit of fast break football as we're as we're accustomed to. Beyond that, you see a lot of Edison, being the team that they are. Remember, Edison, with their 3 losses, they've lost to 3 teams with a combined record of 25-2. So it's not like Edison's a down year for Edison. This is a good ball club down there.
No, not at all, Kent. They've had a great team. This team's been together for a long time, and they've picked up a few guys along the way as well. They're looking to take out the Griffins. They know the Griffins well from all off-season from last year, and last year the Griffins really put a whooping on them. So, this has been one of them that's been circled for them. They're undefeated in league. We're undefeated in league, and this is it. This is it. This is for it all.
Griffins lead this series 23-12-1, winning the last 3. This longest consecutive win streak in this rivalry was 7 games from 93 to 99. Esparza, play action fake, rolls out to his right, throws, too tall and incomplete. Flag on the play as Esparza got hit by Hoy Hansen. And I think this might be one of those late hits on the quarterback. We'll see.
Yeah, Hoy just couldn't help himself. He had to get that hit in while he was close enough to Alonzo to get one.
And there's the first flag of the ball game. It's a personal foul against Edison. So that'll give the Griffins a 1st down.
I don't think Hoy is too much carrying on that one. He just shook it off.
That's a big kid over there. Hoy Hansen transferred in from St. John Bosco last season after spending a little bit of time with Los Alamitos a couple years ago.
A cup of tea
with he and Vaca. 1st and 10 Los Al and Edison's 27. Gerard Terry gets it. He's hit right at the line of scrimmage by Hoy Hansen. He's pretty fired up over there as Gerard Terry got a yard, and that's about it.
Yeah, Gerard was able to get a yard and then got wrapped up by Hoy Hansen and the other linebacker there for Edison, and they made that one count.
Well, that's going to be the end of the first quarter. The score, Los Alamitos 7 and Edison 0. We're going to say hello to a few of our special shout-out people, to our film crew, Kyan Witten and Cole Miller up here next to us in the press box. Sofia Rivas and Leah Rodriguez, they're over there in the eastern end zone. Giving a big wave over us down there and a thumbs up. That's our students down there. And then over to our chain gang guys, the crew chief Rod Cush, Steve Howard on the box, Andy Herman on the clip, and former Booster Club president Charlie Schmidt And normally Randy Stanton would be there, but he's down in Mexico, so he's not able to get his time in the spotlight tonight. Also want to give special hellos to Isabel Lyman in Northern California and Coach Greg Campbell listening in from the Deep South in Grand Bay, Alabama. Those are our Griffin shout-outs tonight here at Vet Stadium. 1 quarter in the books, with the Griffins up 7-0 as they switch ends of the field. Justin, anything surprising for you so far in this first quarter?
No, it's been typical what we would expect in this kind of matchup. I think that it's, it's definitely apparent to me that Edison's going to try to control the clock and keep the ball out of the hands of the offense of Los Al, which I think is a good, thing to try to do. But Los Al's, here, they're focused. They've been playing great football. Never in the history of Los Al have we had so many 60-point games in a row. And they've continued to fire on all cylinders, really. So we'll see what Edison has to do. As you noticed, Hoy Hansen was a big deal in making a couple of good stops there. But we'll see if Los Al can keep it pushing on offense.
Griffins now heading to the southern end zone. That's the scoreboard side of the field on 2nd and 10. Sparta's got time, sets up. Elegon's got it. Makes a man move, spins. He's got another first down for the Griffins as the Spartans put it right on the money to Hayden Elegon.
On the money, Hayden Elegon catches that with his big old hands. He's able to put a move on one defender and then pick up the extra yards for the first down.
Griffins quickly on the ball. Thrown out to the left side. Carson Clark's got it. He's at the 10, trying to shake his defender and gets pushed out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Goes Carson Clark.
And Edison making sure that Carson Clark feels that one at the end, pushing him out of bounds.
That's his 3rd grab of the night. You can always lean on Carson Clark. Here it is on 2nd down and 4 from we'll call it the 10-yard line. Handoff, that's Lenny Ibarra, he's got it. The rugby player get close to the first down. That whole scrum moving on down close, and I think he's got it.
And Lenny just kept running his feet there, sideways, 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 and it looked like he got the first down at the end, but it looks like where the marker's at, they may have got him just short.
Yeah, they got him just short. It's going to be 3rd down and about a foot right at the 7-yard line, or just inside the 7. Players running on and off the field. The beef comes out for the Griffins on 3rd down and short. Manoa Falpusa in the backfield. He gets it up the middle. He goes, big Manoa, and he's got a first down.
Yeah, that time they tricked him. Kamar Matuti coming out there. He makes the first block. Manoa gets the ball in the backfield. He's able to push the big body forward before his knee touched the ground and pick up the first down.
1st and goal, Griffins. They've got it right at the Edison 5-yard line. Regular set comes out for the Griffins. Trip receivers to the right side. Ball's on the ground. Esparza picks it up, and down he goes. At least he better get down. He's getting beat up out there. He'll lose 9 on the play, back to the 14-yard line.
That wasn't an ideal time to have a bobble on the snap. That puts the Griffins back, all the way back to pretty much, the 14-yard line.
Yeah, 2nd and goal from the 14. Jaden Hernandez in the ball game. He's in the slot closest to the line. Carson Clark by himself on the left side. He's singled up over there. Esparza back to pass, looking for Clark, and throws, and it's close, and here comes a flag, pass interference, as Carson Clark got mugged right near the 3-yard line, and they're going to catch Edison for pass interference on that one.
Yeah, he draped Carson Clark heavy. He was all over him, Ken, and Carson put his hands out, and you're going to get that call every time from the refs. In a season like this one, definitely letting some things go tonight, letting these guys be physical, but when the receiver can't get both hands out to make the catch, you're going to get called for the pass interference.
Well, I believe that's going to be half the distance of the goal. And we'll replay 2nd down. I believe we'll replay 2nd down. We will replay 2nd down. The ball's on the 7-yard line. Actually, a good flag over there by Edison. Single back. That's Gerard Terry, gets it left side, he goes, diving for the end zone, he's in, touchdown, Griffins, Gerard Terry.
And Gerard Terry hits the outside with supreme speed, makes one cut into the ground, and he's right into the end zone before being touched by Edison Charger. Gerard Terry showing the explosiveness and helping the Griffins get on the board for the second time tonight.
Gerard Terry hasn't carried the ball since his injury way back, near game 2. Now he's out there carrying the ball, looking good, getting his speed back as well. Gamarnik on to try the extra point out of the hold of Creason. And the snap of Sarabian. The snap down, kick is up, and it is good. So with 9:32 to go here in the first half, Los Alamitos 14 and Edison 0.
And Kent, we'll be monitoring a few games tonight. If you don't know out there, we're not sure right now how many teams will be in Division I, how many will be in D2, et cetera, but we'll be monitoring some games tonight. Los Alamitos right now sits about 13 in Southern Section. So if it is anything less than a 12-team division in the first round, you could catch Los Al at the top of the second division. And, the early things that we're hearing are, possibly an 18, possibly a 10 team, possibly a 12. So possibly. What you can do is get real results at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning.
That's actually going to be on Sunday.
Sunday morning. You can also tune in on Twitter. There's going to be a guy on the inside of there and see if it's going to have him at 9:40, a couple minutes early. I think everybody's going to get them, and we're going to be reporting them from there. We do have some guesses that we'll track after tonight, but the main game we're looking at, Kent, is J. Sarah versus Servite. That's Team 10 and Team 11 in the Southern Section going against one another. If it's a tight game, they should stay and hold. If it's not, that could affect where the Griffins are, going up if someone is to drop below them.
I think actually the bigger game tonight, as far as our seeding goes, is Sarah Gardena against Alamany. Sarah is right above us at 12, and Alamany is actually a lower-rated team. They only have 11.1 rating points. So theoretically, if the Griffins, if this score holds, the Griffins might jump Sarah Gardena. Ball's kicked off by McLaughlin, returnable at the 3. He's at the 5 to 10 on the right side, tries to cut, crosses the 20 down to the 23-yard line, goes a return man for Edison. 1st and 10. Edison, 9:27 to go here in the first half. 14-0 Griffins.
Kent, the Griffins have history with Sarah. We opened this season with our scrimmage against them and a 1-point win in half of football. And they're a really good team out there taking care of business tonight as well, hopefully.
Well, that game, because Alamany is rated so low, it is possible the Griffins could leapfrog them with a win tonight against Edison. Edison has 42 rating points, and Alamany only 11, and there's a very, very small margin between 12 and 13, Los Alamitos and Cerro Gardena. 1st and 10, Edison. Niamata stays in at quarterback, steps up, throws. York's got it, his first reception of the night to the 30-yard line. He'll pick up 7 yards on 1st down.
Tackle made on that play by Tatum Rogers and Joshua Tuchek.
York comes into this game averaging 18.2 yards per catch, along with his 7 touchdowns. Savi Niamata, the junior. At quarterback for Edison, Gillick behind him in the pistol. Ball's on the left hash mark, 2nd and 3. That's Gillick, runs into a wall, and if he got back to the line of scrimmage, I'd be surprised. I don't think he did. He'll lose a couple on the play.
And that's Kamar Motudi getting in the backfield and making the tackle on the running back, showing why he's one of the top linebacking recruits in all of California.
He's a future Duck, Kamar Motudi.
And right now, Corona Del Mar and Huntington Beach tied at 7-7. There's some implications there in the Sunset League.
Well, the 3rd place game is going to be Newport Harbor going against Newport Harbor. Oh, who are they playing tonight? Newport Harbor.
Playing Fountain Valley?
No, Newport Harbor's playing Huntington Beach, I believe. 3rd down and 4, or 3rd down and 5 at the 28-yard line of Edison. Trips out to the right side. Niamata backs up, looks right, now comes back the other way. He's in trouble. Down he goes. Sack back at the 21-yard line. Late flag comes bouncing in from the umpire. We'll see what that flag's about.
Looked like I totally missed where the flag came in from. Looked like it came in from behind the play.
Came in from the umpire. He bounced that flag in there, and we'll see who this one's against. Usually the umpire calls holding, but we'll check. Personal foul, face mask against the Griffins. So that's going to bail out Huntington. It's going to bail out Edison, and instead of having it 4th down and a long 12 back at the 21, they're going to get a 1st down on that face mask.
That's a tough one for us to see from up here, Kent. We tried to make a good call. It seemed like we had the quarterback surrounded, and he kind of just went down on his own, maybe with the help of one Griffin defender. I didn't see anybody catch the face mask on that, but it also could have been away from the play. I'm not sure.
Side judge moved him, set us up at the 36, still call it the 37-yard line. So that's going to be 1st and 10, Edison. They get bailed out on that one. Clock rewinds at 7:53 to go here in the first half. 14-0 Los Alamitos. 3-man front for the Griffins. 2 receivers offset to the right. Niamata hands off. Gillick knifes in. He'll pick up a couple there on first down.
Jackson Regis with the tackle on Gillick. The Griffins really plugging up those gaps tonight, all playing in consistency with one another on the defensive line and linebacker crew. They're not letting anything get through there.
Leaky Lotulele and Andre Taylor up front big for the Griffins. Leaky a guest on our show this past week.
And Kent, the Griffins are only really using 6 in the box right now, 3 linebackers and 3 linemen to get this done, and then using everyone else to protect the pass.
2nd down and 8. 2 receivers off to the right side. Gillick directly behind Niamata. He gets it. Left side he goes. 1st down. Gets to the outside. He's at midfield. Nice blocking downfield by York. Mason York doing a great job downfield on Josh Tuchek. And Gillick ran right behind him as the Griffins lost the edge again, and Gillick made him pay.
Tuchek makes the tackle on that play, but as you said, Kent, the Griffins lost the edge on the outside there to the short end of the field. However, you got to block that. That's what Edison was looking for. They're going against 6 in the box. They're like, there's got to be some space where we can run, and they found it on that play.
For those of you used to seeing number 40 as Exodus Salo, he's wearing number 11 tonight. He's playing the right defensive end for the Griffins. 1st and 10, Edison at the Griffin 41. 2 receivers to the right side. Handoff Gillick. Stutter step, hit, and hanging on was Regis, but able to keep his feet driving was Julian Gillick. Gillick takes it inside the 40 down to the 37-yard line. Boy, that's a nice running over there by the junior Gillick.
And number 22, Regis, was able to hold him up until number 21, Foster Slaughter, came in there and finished. But Edison got a few extra yards there just for the battle.
You know, that name Julius is such a cool name. I mean, if I had a kid again, instead of naming him Jordan, I think I'd name him Julius. It just seems big. 2nd down and 7 for the Chargers. 5:43 and counting here in the first half. 14-0 Griffins. Gillick hit in the backfield, and he'll lose one on that play.
Kamara Mutudi just causing absolute havoc. He knifes in there to the backfield, makes a big hit on the running back. Running back looks to be down and hurt right now. There was a flag really late on that play, Kent.
Well, let's see what that flag's about as Gillick was able to walk off. Let's see what this flag's about. Might be getting a little chippy down there.
I mean, Matuidi made the tackle. He popped up. Somebody, kind of chest bumped him, but there wasn't, words, didn't seem like there was words exchanged or anything violent.
So it's a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against Los Alamitos. So that's going to give them a 1st down.
Ken, that is something else right there.
Yeah, something happened down there that we didn't see. The official was right there, and maybe some words were exchanged. Who knows? We can't hear. This is way down on the field. We can't tell what happened, but the Griffins going to get flagged for that unsportsmanlike conduct. And whoever the offender was better not do another one, because he won't be seeing this game or the next one. Next one for the Griffins will be the playoffs. So they're going to mark off 15 yards on that one after, again, another nice defensive stop by the Griffins. Now you've had back-to-back penalties. And the way the official was talking, he's talking to Kamar Matuidi. So my guess it's on him.
He told him you only have one more.
Okay.
You could tell he was giving him the finger. Like Kamar saying, you did this on me? And it looked like the ref said, yeah, you only got one more. So be aware of it.
1st down. 1st and 10. Edison now at the Griffin 24-yard line. A penalty-aided drive by the Chargers.
Really just took away a dream play from the linebacker.
Two receivers to the right, balls in the left hash. And there's another flag in the play. And false start this time against Edison. So that'll move him back 5. You know, after a penalty-free first quarter, you know, now with the flags are flying again. And I still remember the comment you made last week about it being Flag Day. You know, as flag football in the USFL was pretty funny.
Yeah, it's an Olympic sport right now, and these refs
they're trying out, right? They're all competing for the flag football.
Look at this hot rip it. Oh, this hot throw it.
Oh, that's funny. First down and 15. You know, I thought you were joking about it being an Olympic sport, and it turns out it really is. First down and 15.
Weekly news.
Two receivers on either side of the formation. Motion man comes from left to right across the formation, now to the trip side. Niamata sets up a screen and low and incomplete. Nice job of defense there by Iverick Kerrigan.
Iverick Kerrigan following that running back out, but Manoa Fapusa getting his hands on the football and knocking that one down on the way. The Griffins seen that screen coming. They held up a bit of their rush, and they were able to set up and get on that running back before the quarterback was able to get it out to him. Good job by all 3 levels there for the Griffins.
Griffins substituting on defense. Pearson Sapanga comes in at the right defensive end spot, replacing Exodus-Allo on second down and 15. Two receivers are bunched to the left on the short side of the field, and 2 to the right. Niamata has York shift over a bit. Gillick gets it outside. Breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, and runs a whole lot of room for a 2-yard gain. Goes Julius Gillick. Glad to see he's okay and back into the ballgame.
And Kent, right there is the definition of good things happen when you play fast and physical. We missed 2 tackles, but the fact that we're going up there and shooting for those tackles and not being scared of contact makes it so another Griffin's able to get there and make the tackle and bring up a 3rd and 13.
That's a long one there. Nico Bammer, the kicker, has a 39-yard field goal to his credit so far this season. 3rd down and 13. Trips to the left side this time, ball's in the right hash. Griffins with a 4-man front this time. Here they come. Edison line picks it up, throws, complete. York's got it. Inside the 15-yard line, close to first down goes Mason York as Niamata threaded the needle, and that's enough for a Edison first down.
The Griffins really gave up that one. You got to know where the first down marker is at. That wide receiver ran right to the first down marker and got the ball thrown to him. That's where you're defending.
Very smart receiver out there in Mason York, the senior. First down and 10. Edison at the Griffin 13-yard line. 3:11 to go here in the first half. Griffin's up 14-0, but Edison's knocking on the door in the red zone. 2 receivers off to the left side this time. Niamata hands off, that's Gillick. Pushes the pile across the 10 down to the 8-yard line. Give him the 7. 6-yard pickup there on first down.
That time Edison has this Los Aldi on their heels a bit for the first time in a while, having a run play successfully go right through the line of scrimmage for a positive gain. You know, the Griffins have had their ears back and been able to make big tackles on this running game the whole last series. And now that Edison's got the pass game going, their running game's coming along as well.
Again, this is all set up when the Griffins had a personal foul back on when they stopped him on 3rd down. It would have been 4th and long in a punting situation, but the Griffins bailed them out with a penalty. 2nd down and 4, right at the 7-yard line. Gillick gets it up the middle. He goes. Big push there by the offensive line, leaning on the Griffins, and it's going to be close to a first down. I think they've got it. 1st and goal. Let's see if they give him the first down. No, they're going to mark him just a little bit short. They can get to the 3-yard line. Nope, they gave it to him. 1st and goal. Just outside the 3-yard line for Edison. They come in with a double tight end set, wing to the right side. Gillick. Hand off to him, try to get outside, and nothing doing. The Griffins are just all over him on defense. Put him on his back right at the 5-yard line.
That's Isaiah Rubin and Gerard Terry coming up, sealing that edge and making the tackle on the running back. I think he might have lost a yard on that play, Ken.
He did. Clock continues to wind, 1:24. Edison with 3 timeouts. Coach White hasn't decided to take any yet. If they do score down here, they want to make sure the Griffins don't have any time to do anything with it, as Coach Grady walks on over, talks to the official. I think they're going to let this thing wind down to close to the end and then before he takes his timeout. That's what it looks like he's doing here. As the clock gets to the 1 minute mark, and then they take the timeout. Okay, with 57 seconds to go here in the first half, Los Alamitos 14, Edison 0. We'll take a quick timeout and come back with a commercial.
States to come and compete in highly organized, efficiently run 7-on-7 and 5-on-5 tournaments with 100% CIF trained officials. We pride ourselves on having tournaments that start on time, run on time, and stay on time. You can expect to complete pool play and single elimination playoffs all within 5 hours. The Showdown Media Group provides free content to each team and has recruiting services at all our tournaments, including 24/7 sports and national preps, which connects with over 270 colleges for our athletes. Catch us on the web at www.theshowdownseries.com.
It makes it a little harder to pass. I would imagine that Edison may go with another run play or try to get the Griffins more than likely to bite on a play action and then find the receiver into the end zone. But right now they're going big. Everybody's in there ready to run.
Second and goal. They come out with that full house set, 3 backs in the back. Gillett gets it right side. He goes, hitting the backfield. Down he goes. The Griffins strung that one out, took him down back to the 6 yard, outside the 5 yard line, near the 6. And there's a timeout. There's an injured Charger down there as the Griffins just collapsed the right side of the line. And boy, that somebody got dinged up there. Julius Gillick had his helmet off for a second, was able to bounce back up.
He's yelling at the ref. I don't know how you can yell at the ref like that and not get one yourself. And Julian gets very passionate. That time took a big hit from Foster Slaughter on, but nothing that was out of the ordinary, just good football. The Griffins playing down the line, each one of them filling their gap and making a big hit on the running back.
Well, he's got to step out for this play as his helmet was off. The clock is winding. We're at 37 seconds to go. And I think Coach Grady's going to walk on over to the official and take a timeout kind of late, with that, so that the Griffins aren't going to have any time left at all. The clock did stop. Well, it continues to wind. We're at 25 down to 22. The clock's kind of skipping a little bit here. Now we're at 19 and now 17. Okay, now there's a timeout on the field. Okay, 16 seconds to go till halftime. We're going to take another quick timeout here and be back with the third down play. Great job milking the clock, knowing that he's not going to let the Griffins have any time. Whether or not they score, they're just going to make sure Griffins don't have it, as there's 16 seconds to go and 1 timeout left. Okay. As Gillick still has to take this play off, Daniel Sonnenberg checks in at running back for the Chargers. Third down and third down and goal from, they'll give them the 5, just outside the 5 yard line. They'll send trip receivers out to the left side. You got to look for Mason York here, as Josh Chuchek is going to be in coverage on the far left side here on this big crucial third down play. Okay, officials get all set up. We're ready to go.
Two check out to the field side. Gerard Terry on the boundary side playing cornerback.
3rd down and goal from the 5. Single back behind Niamata. Motion man comes. Now there's 2 receivers on either side. Niamata back pass, looks right, throws the back out of the backfield. He walks in. Touchdown, Griffins. Griffins got lost in coverage as the back comes out of the backfield, and nobody was on him. In for an easy touchdown.
That's what happens when you blitz outside linebacker. The running back had a smart play there. He went and replaced where the outside linebacker was, catches the swing pass and into the end zone. That's a great call.
That's a busted coverage. I guarantee you there's no way the running back's going to be that wide open. I mean, there's just no way. That's a bust.
Outside linebacker that's supposed to cover him blitzed.
Yeah. Well,
if he's called on the blitz,
well,
it's fire versus ice. You got beat.
On to try the extra point is Bammer. Snap down, kick is up, and it is good. So with 13 seconds to go here in the first half, Los Alamitos 14, Edison 7. And for a Sunset League championship game against 2 undefeated teams in league, what do you expect, Justin?
You got to know that these coaches did their homework. They watch film. They know it well. I'm sure that Edison's broken down the Los Al defense. They know exactly how many times the Los Al defense has played, against what type of plays and what type of area. They're in the red zone, and that right there was just probably a tendency they see. They see Los Al, likes to blitz off the weak side possibly, something that they've called before in the red zone area. And they cooked up the right call to go right against that. Usually if you have a linebacker coming from that, outside spot there, you're going to send him, and he's not going to have a check. Like if the running back goes, you might have told him to chip the running back, but clearly that didn't happen. He went straight at the quarterback. Quarterback's able to dip right over him, and safety there. Maybe he's supposed to be there to play that, but no doubt, the corner was occupied with his receiver. So just a great play call for Edison to beat an aggressive defensive play call, in my estimate.
Well, hey, you know way better than me there, buddy. Ball's booted. It's returnable. That's Isaiah Rubin's got it, and he gets taken down right at the 21-yard line. Well covered there by Edison. So with 8 seconds to go till halftime, we'll see if Coach Fent decides he wants to do anything goofy here, or just take a knee and head to halftime.
You would imagine that this might be one where you just run the football or take a knee because, the downside, like we seen last week when we were playing in our game, not for us the downside, but the downside for the other team is the turnover happens, and then that team has another opportunity at scoring with one or two plays left on the board. So we'll see here.
Well, the Griffins come out, 2 receivers on either side of the formation. Ball's on the right hash mark, going from the left to right. League in motion, hands off Gerard Terry. Makes a man miss, gets to the outside. He's at the 30, he's at the 40. Going to be pushed out of bounds at the 45-yard line as time expires here in the first half. I think the time's going to expire.
It looked like there was 1 second left when he went out, but I'm not sure if they're going to be.
Well, the clock says
close of attention.
The clock says a bunch of zeros. There's a flag on the play down at the 32-yard line, holding against the Griffins. Going to be declined, and I believe that's just going to be halftime. That is okay. That's it. Triple zeros on the scoreboard. We're through 2 quarters of play. Los Alamitos 14, Edison 7. We'll take a timeout here for a couple commercials. Come back with the Sunset Rewind guys.
The Showdown Series hosts athletes from all over the western United States to come and compete in highly organized, efficiently run 7-on-7 and 5-on-5 tournaments with 100% CIF-trained officials. We pride ourselves on having tournaments that start on time, run on time, and stay on time. You can expect to complete pool play and single elimination playoffs all within 5 hours. The Showdown Media Group provides free content to each team and has recruiting services at all our tournaments, including 24/7 sports and national preps, which connects with over 270 colleges for our athletes. Catch us on the web at www.theshowdownseries.com. 920 WON The Apple is happy to announce that we have teamed up with Los Al Griffins Sports Network to bring you Los Alamitos Griffins football again this season. 920 WON will carry 6 Griffins football broadcasts this season, beginning September 15th, as the Griffins take on the Mission Viejo Diablos. So tune in to Los Alamitos Griffins football on 920 WON The Apple, powered by Los Al Griffins Sports Network, starting September 15th at 10 o'clock Eastern Time. Listen live at wonnewyork.net.
You know, last time you guys were here, you got a little bit of a breakdown of the first half. Why don't you guys take it over, talk about what you guys saw in the first half?
Oh, great ball game so far. You know, Los Al jumped out to that 7-0 lead and then the 14-0 lead. It looked like they're in the driver's seat, but you got to give Edison a lot of credit. They hung in there. They had a good ground control game. I was amazed at how fast that half went. I think it was 52 minutes. So a lot of ground and pound going on. Good physical ball game. You know, I'm down on the sideline watching. There's a lot of hitting going on, and it's just a good old-fashioned football game.
I mean, the thing that stands out for me is both of these teams essentially had 2 possessions each. That's it.
Yeah.
Los Al scored on their 2 opportunities. Edison scored on their 1. And really, I think the turning point of the game, which kept it close and competitive, is Los Al got the sack. Edison was coming off the field, and they had an opportunity to go up 21-0 and really put this away, a face mask. Then another third down, there was a penalty.
Right.
It was unsportsmanlike and really kind of allowed Edison to hang around. And all of a sudden, a game that could have potentially been 21-0 is 14-7. And this is playing out exactly the way Edison would want it. Low-scoring, defensive. They didn't want to get in a shootout because I think Los Al has the better offensive personnel for that type of game. So really, even though they're down 7, if you're Edison, you've got to feel good. Now, Los Al is in the lead, and I feel like they're playing the better game, but it's close and tight, and in football, anything's possible.
And, you know, the Edison quarterback is back, and Savi looks good. He's, for not having played in a couple of weeks, he's back out there, you know, running that Edison offense. I got to wonder, though, how not having Mitchell tonight is affecting the Griffins overall.
Well, you know, that was one of the talks, you know, during our pregame show, and, you know, what would happen. And, you know, we imagined that Carson Clark would be one of those guys, and we're seeing a lot of him tonight. But to your point, the Griffins have really, you know, they've scored on both their possessions, and you know, what are you going to do? I mean, you're running the ball.
Regardless who's in there, they've scored every chance they've had.
Exactly. Yeah. So, you know, would they have scored faster? Who knows? I mean, that's really what it comes down to. 2 good defenses, or actually 2 offenses that are doing a really nice job getting down the field. I like just the way I like the way I like the way both these coaching staffs are approaching this ball game. You know, the Griffins aren't getting outside themselves. Neither team is. They're doing what they need to do to keep this game close and in line. And you know, the Griffins are being really efficient on offense.
Well, I mean, you talk about the coaching staffs. If you were to look at the resumes of these 2 coaching staffs, you know, Los Al with Coach Fenton and Coach Cobley and Coach Iman, and then Edison on the other side. You know, you got Troy Thomas assisting there now, and Dave White, who's a legendary coach, and of course Jeff Grady, who was basically a D1 offensive coordinator at Fresno State. I'll take these 2 coaching staffs against any coaching staff, any place, anywhere in high school football.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult to out-coach either one of them. You know, we saw something we hadn't really seen from Edison before, at least we hadn't, and that's that full house type of quarterback situation.
They went 69 football on us. That was great to see.
And, you know, that was, I think, with Mason York going under center, every one of those guys, you know, really a capable ball carrier. Neither quarterback is particularly mobile for Edison, so that might be why you'd see somebody like York in there, but he ran that particular set pretty well. And again, I don't think that's something the Griffins have seen, and not surprising that Edison would pull that out in a game like this.
Yeah, I mean, it's been old school ground and pound. I mean, both teams have had some nice highlights on offense. They've had some nice highlights on defense. I feel like these teams are really having to work for what they get. It's just a slow, methodical, you know, they're testing each other out, those body blows. No real big plays per se, but they're just being very methodical and really having to work hard and earn everything they get. And that's kind of the way we thought it might play out, and it's exactly what we kind of thought it would be, which has been great.
Well, let's look ahead a little bit to what's coming up on Sunday here, and that's the CIF show, and just that whole bit of CIF. How many teams there's going to be? Have you guys gotten any kind of insight to it? Because I really,
we invited
I know what
you
it
to our
should
show
be.
for a reason, because you're supposed to be the guru on that. I know you famously said there's the stated. What was the term you used? There's stated. What CIF is their stated statement or something to that effect, and
right.
what they really do.
Right.
Yeah. Y8 versus 10 versus 12. I mean, people ask me that all the time. Are they protecting the Trinity League? Are they protecting the public schools? And, you know, it's the million-dollar question. And the rumor is that Los Al's kind of on that 12 spot or 13 spot. Does a win over Edison bump them? And if they go 12,
there's some implications right now going on tonight, guys, because right above us, is Sarah. We've got Servite and Jay Sarah, and right now Jay Sarah's manhandling Servite 28-0. So that, you know, there could be some implications where within that San Clemente at 7. Obviously, they're a little higher than where we're at there, right. But they're at 14-7 versus Tesoro, and there's some other implications around our area as well. We'll get back into that.
So let's just say Los Al wins tonight. A win against Edison. Could that get them to 10 if they go to 10? I mean, that's...
No, I don't think there's enough to get them to 10. I think really one of the big games is actually Serra Gardena. They're currently at 12. The Griffins are at 13, and there's like a 1.7 rating differential. Now, Serra Gardena is playing Alamany, who's really having a down year. They're 1-9. Their rating's 11.1. So Sarah beating
that won't
them,
help them.
No, it actually could drop them a little bit. It's like, you know, when Griffins played against Fountain Valley, they dropped a little bit. The Griffins beating Edison. Edison's currently got 42.5 in terms of their rating. That's going to bump them up. So I could easily see the situation where the Griffins leapfrog Serra Gardena and jumps right into Division I as the number 12 seed. Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, right. I mean, is that the rumor?
Yeah, that's the latest rumor. But you know, I've talked with both Eric Sondheimer and Steve Fryer. Those guys, you'd think they would be in the know, and they don't know. I mean, they're in as much of the dark as we are, and that's really kind of the issue. Is, you know, why isn't this thing transparent?
Right.
I mean, shouldn't everybody really know what's going on?
You would think it's late in the season they would. I was talking with I believe there's some movement last night too. I was talking with Coach Cobley today, and he indicated that Upland had beat Rancho Cucamonga last night.
Yeah,
correct.
So there was some movement, and the things have continued to move throughout the day. I've been monitoring the scores. They've moved throughout the day, and yes, you're correct. Those guys dropped down. Rancho Cucamonga started the night last night at 5 and dropped down to 8 after their loss to Upland.
Wow. That's the best question of all, though, or best statement of all. Shouldn't there be some transparency here? We are in week 10. Everybody is playing their final regular season game tonight or tomorrow night, or played it last night. And yet here we are less than 48 hours away from the playoffs starting in the most competitive division of United States high school football. And people, guys like us who do this nonstop and follow this game nonstop, we have no idea. Steve Fryer, who follows this game, we're all like in the same boat together. I read Steve's a great article he wrote the other day, and you know, could it be 4? Could it be 8? Could it be 10? Could it be 12? Yeah.
Well, it's the common. I mean, if you really are looking at the stated goal of 41-0 Sarah over Alamany, that's not a shock. I mean, they're so much better. But really, if the stated goal is competitive equity, then there's a very clear demarcation point, what they call a natural break between teams 4 and 5. It's not, you know, Stevie Wonder could see that. It's so clear that there's a break there.
I liked your idea that you brought up before when we talked about just having those top 4 slug it out.
They've been doing it in San Diego for years now, and it works. So why wouldn't they do that here? I mean, it doesn't make any sense to exclude or really punish some teams that are outstanding teams. 5 down. I mean, imagine a bracket going from 5, you know, the next 16 teams down to 20. That is
awesome.
An unbelievable bracket. Instead, you're going to take, you know, if you go to 12 teams, you're going to take teams 5 through 12, and basically
cannon fodder.
Absolutely, they'll play one game against each other. The top 4 teams will get a bye anyway, and then you got to go play those guys and just get rolled.
And the biggest part about it is the gap between 1 to 4 is 12-point gap. Then the gap from number 4 to number 5 is a whole nother 12 points. So those teams 1 through 4, they're a 12-point difference from each other at the top of the nation, pretty much. And then you've got a huge gap between Centennial, number 4, and number 5, Orange Lutheran, who's pretty much took a butt kicking to every one of those other. So it pretty simply lines up that Division II should be Orange Lutheran and down. If it's my opinion, and truthfully, you know, when you go down from Orange Lutheran all the way to Los Alamitos at 12, that gap is only another, guess what, 12-point gap. So you get a whole Division II, a full Division II of real competition.
So who would be the number? You have that up in front of you right now, Justin. Who would be the number 20 team if we went 5 through 20?
if we went 5 through 20, the number 20 team would end up being Upland.
Wow.
Yeah, think about that.
Upland just beat
Upland's
who's
good.
At number 8 now.
And
it's a live bracket.
And those games are, they're decided by 3 points. Those are tight ball games. So that's I've been advocating this for years now. Just if you've got a rule, or if you're stating that you want to have competitive equity, then just do what you said you're going to do.
Yep.
If there's a clear gap, follow it. It's not that hard.
The battle lines should be drawn and defined at the start of the season, so you know exactly who's going where and why and when. Not these arbitrary, well, it's going to be 8 or 10 or 12, because that leaves a lot of speculation. Well, why did you go 12? I mean, they can tell us anything we want, but if you're that 11 or 12 team who just got hosed, I want some answers. And you're just going to give some stated thing, which isn't necessarily sincere.
At the end of the day, if everything that we're working towards is all about competitive equity and equity this and equity that, then let's just stick
1 to 4 is competitive equity.
1 to 4, they're head and heels above everybody else, and they should really do what's the difference? If not, we might as well have a consolation bracket in Division 1, so that those other 8 teams can battle it out for the Division 1 AA championship, after.
Well, you make a great point. 1 to 4, and then 5 is a 12-point gap. For people out there who don't know, what does that actually mean, a point? Like, is that?
So you're looking at like Modern Day and Bosco, 88, 89, 90 type point teams. This is because they played at international.
And that's based on strength of schedule, record.
And all these other great teams, and based on their record. And I think a bit of it's over the past 2 years too, like how the program is. But when you do the difference between the top, Modern Day, they're 88, and you go down to Los Alamitos, number 12 or 13 seed, those 10 teams are 52. So we're talking about a 40-point difference.
Yeah, but to put this in perspective, so we played Corona Del Mar a couple weeks ago. The difference between Los Alamitos and Corona Del Mar is about 20 rating points. Los Alamitos, Corona Del Mar didn't stay on the field with us. It was a 50-point ball game, and it wasn't that close.
It was exactly.
No. It was and the other teams we played against Newport Harbor, another 30-point gap. That wasn't competitive either. None of those teams that are more than 10 rating points away can really have a competitive game. And it's when you start gapping 20, it's not a ball game. It just isn't.
And that's the thing too is if we're looking at the competitive type situation here, that Division 2 is going to be uber competitive, like the most competitive and exciting division there is if there's only 4 teams in Division 1. So I really think that any team in Division 2, if it started from Team 5 on, any team in that division can win.
Absolutely.
Every round would be a great game. Those are like championship. You'd have 4 rounds of outstanding football where I'd pay big money to go. Like, I wouldn't say Super Bowl money, but I'd drop a couple bills.
But even in Division 1, so think about those games in Division 1. You'd have Modern Day against Corona Centennial or Bosco against Corona Centennial. That's a great game. So Modern Day against Sierra Canyon, another great game.
If you go that 5 through 20, like you were saying, Kent, somebody's getting Upland in the first round? That's not a gimme.
No, it's not.
That's awesome.
And think about it too, guys. Like, depending on how they spread out Division 1, it's almost kind of like a bowl game. Like, do they give them 2 weeks to prepare for that first game and then let them run?
Why not? Hype it up for 2 weeks.
Why not?
And they've already played the international schedule. We've already seen Corona Centennial play Modern Day, so we know.
Listen, the 2 weeks, whoever has brought that up, they're going to have a 2-week lapse. Okay, first of all, you have a 2-week lapse in the Super Bowl. How long do bowl teams get off between their last game and their bowl game?
Well,
so don't go with that 2-week excuse.
You wouldn't even have to do that. Coach, what you could do is you could have a 1-week bye, play one game, have another bye, and then play it.
There you go.
And so then that way you don't have the 2-week off, and that way it's the hype. It's really special.
You get 2 weeks to do media for that game. You get 2 weeks for everyone to get hyped for both of the games. What did they do now in San Diego for that 4-team division? Do you know
what they do is they don't have a 2-week bye. What they do is they have 8-team divisions. Okay. So they have one week bye for the 4-team for the open bracket, and then the other 8 teams in the other divisional brackets, they start then. And then after that, then they go ahead and start playing. So they catch up at the end. So the championship game of the open division
Justin has the statistics and the numbers, and Kent has logic and sound reasoning.
Oh my God!
And Kent has an answer. You present any scenario to Kent,
and he's got a really
and
nice
Kent
pass
has an
here.
answer, and Justin will back it up with the statistics. And that's it.
We're a good team.
You guys are 110% spot on with all of your assertions, with all your hypotheses, everything you said. You're 110% spot on, and I'd like to see this conversation held between you guys and maybe some of the governing bodies of football.
Well,
have you guys been doing this?
Well, this is our 10th year together. We started.
How long were you with Davidson?
I was down there. This is my 17th year overall doing this.
Right. So you guys have the record then, as far as your with
Justin
the
and I. This is our 10th year
years?
together.
Longest standing.
Wow,
The longest running tenure.
Edison he was too soft. He couldn't make it.
That's right.
Hey,
Yes,
that guy's.
Mo jumped in and took over for Davidson.
Hey,
I just subbed into it. I was an
Danny's
injury
about
sub.
to go 9-1 tonight.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
the league he's in. Well, you know what? I do need to say this. I think the CIF did a really nice job, divisions 2 all the way down for that competitive equity.
Right.
I think
100%.
all the way down
I
they've
couldn't
got
agree
it
more.
figured
They're
out.
so
I agree.
close.
Absolutely.
Fix this little thing, which everybody's craving for anyway. Like, what are we talking about here, guys?
We have our proof is in the pudding. We've seen it happen a few years now. We've seen the result of what happens when Los Al goes up against, all-time Los Al team goes up against Mater Dei or Bosco. It's not the same as it was in
Right.
99 or 2001, 2002.
Well, Justin, remember when you played the 1 and 16 seed in any division, you essentially had a first-round bye if you're one of the top 4 seeds.
Right.
Yeah.
Or in a second round, really. It got semifinals would have gotten interesting.
It was scattered with good and bad teams sometimes because
Right.
the way they put your whole division, your whole league in that one division.
Correct.
So sometimes you would get a weird matchup or whatever, or 2 tough teams would go against each other. Right now, it's competitive equity model is much better.
But now it's you got to sweat it out every
Yeah.
round. There's no 1 versus 16 is not a big gap like it was back
That's
then.
what I was going to say. The biggest thing to me that would make it the most exciting Division II with all those teams is the fact that somebody is going to have to go on a legendary run to win 4 games. Like, you're not going to you're not going to, no one's going to go through and win any game by more than 3 or 7 points more than once or twice. Like, a team is going to get tested. It's going to have to come back from down. You're going to see some fights, and it's going to make for just great everything.
I agree.
Yeah, I think it's pretty clear. The other thing I do want to say, too, is, and go on record with, I like the idea of the way they're redoing the leagues. I don't like a 4-team top league.
Well, I want to discuss that.
And that's just me being
I don't
selfish.
get it. I didn't get the rationale behind that. You
I
basically
don't either.
screwed over those 4. First of all, nobody wants to play them anyway. They can't play each other in non-league. So
you
now,
can't get any games.
Guaranteed at birth.
and week 6 and 7, everybody's in their league already. Who are you going to play?
They're gonna have to
Yeah.
go
Week
state.
0, I mean, it's just a mess.
Hello Arizona. Hello
Yeah,
Utah.
hello Hawaii.
Hello, Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Right, which isn't the
Hello,
worst
Nevada.
thing, but
Yeah, I mean, that's really the real challenge with it. And I'm
I just don't get
guessing
that
they
at
didn't
all.
even think about it. That's
That's what it is. Somebody inside that office has to actively
Or-
go out and go to the games.
Are there haters for the teams that are like? Are all the people from the South Coast League sick and mission? Let's punish them. Let's punish Los Al. Let's punish them because they're seeing the success. Let them handle each other. I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theory, but it doesn't make sense otherwise.
No.
4 teams.
To me, they might have looked at the way some cutoff or something happened. There's no rhyme or reason to it, but no doubt it's going to hurt the best guys if those top 4 are just together, and that's it.
Yep.
Okay, we're getting ready to start this second half. You guys going to hang up here for the third quarter, or you guys got to blow?
I'll film. No, I can hang out. I just got to film.
Oh, hey,
But
no
I'll listen
problem.
to you guys and drop my.
All right, good. We'll do the
2
4
cents.
Yeah, thanks for
in
having
the
us.
booth for the third quarter here. It'll be a lot of fun.
You all right, Matty?
Always love being on your guys' broadcast. It's the
Well,
best.
this is you guys make it fun, and
Hey, we say hi to our.
it'll be interesting.
Say hi to our friends in New York listening.
Yeah, we have said hi to our folks in New York at 920 WN the Apple. They're listening in, and also our buddy Coach Campbell listening in Alabama.
Nice. Hey, Coach Campbell.
He's a former Edison coach.
great guy.
Became friend. You know Coach Campbell?
Oh, Mo talks to him all
Dude,
the
that's
time.
my guy. He gives me all the throne on it.
He's listening in tonight. So
nice.
Yeah, Coach Campbell.
Listening in from Greenbow, Alabama. No, he's not Greenbow. Grant Bay, Alabama. Okay, well, Edison will start this second half with the ball. Griffins will be kicking off from left to right in their black jerseys and the red numerals, and Edison with their all white with the green numerals. They're in the southern end zone.
Should be a great second half.
This is a good example of it, Ken. You know, Edison is all the way down there near the 20th spot with Los Al at 13. You know, Edison 22-23, and this team is going. It's a 14-7 game. It just shows you very tight in that second division if it laid out like that.
McLaughlin boots this one out of bounds, and it'll give Edison a nice starting field position. Actually, their best starting field position of the night, right at the 35-yard line.
All right, let's see how Gillick looks coming out. Got a little banged up in that first half.
Yeah, he did take a few shots there, and again, I'm not sure what happened where his helmet came off. I'm thinking that
running back, there's a lot of wear and tear. They were doing those goofy stretches before the game where like they got him on the side and they're pulling the leg one way and all that. You know, that takes its toll after a long season.
Well, Gillick, he checks into the backfield along with Niamata, the quarterback. Single receiver on either side of the formation, double tight end set for Edison. As this third quarter is just right underway. Griffins with a three-man front. Niamata back pass, looks left, sets up throws. York's got it complete. Right on him right away is Josh Tuchek.
Tuchek's able to make that tackle quickly, playing in coverage against York, wraps him up, and holds him to a 5-yard gain.
That's not easy to do, bring down Mason York. He's a big receiver, very physical.
Second down and 5. Same formation. Edison coming out bigger this time. More of a running formation. On second down and 5 on the left hash. Niamata hands to Gillick, tries the left side and runs into a wall there. Maybe a yard, and that's about it.
Like that time, Edison was trying to set up the trap to the left side, and the Griffins had it scouted. They were able to use the linebackers and defensive line to come up there and make that tackle.
Third down and 4 for the Chargers.
When did Los Al switch to Conquest? I'm not sure I'm too happy about that. Just I'm going to put that on the record right now.
I thought it was.
Well, half their team went to SC. I guess that actually makes sense in hindsight.
Oh, that is pretty funny.
Yeah, we got 2 guys there right now, and we've got
more on the way,
right?
2 guys on their way, and possibly one more.
That's right.
Third down and 3. 10:35 to go here in the second half. 14-7 Griffins. Play action fake. Niamata rolling out to his right, in trouble, throws incomplete. As Kamar Matuti in on the rush, and Niamata just barely able to get that one away. I think that was Matuti. Or was that Exodus?
Actually, you're right. That was Exodus Allo.
Exodus Allo.
Coming off the defensive end position. He slowed up just a bit to get his hands up, make the quarterback think twice about throwing it, and then got his hands around the quarterback. Quarterback wasn't able to get it out there to his receiver.
Justin, is this the first punt of the night?
Yeah, it is. Yep.
Nico Bammer.
Wow.
Fourth down, we got to stop.
That's
early.
right.
Look for it again, and they got to score. So now punting for the first time tonight.
Don't be surprised if they go fake here. On 4th down and 3 from the 42-yard line. Bammer approaches it, booms this one away. Clark drifts back at his 20-yard line. It's returnable. Try to get to the outside, stutter step, being surrounded there by a whole host of white jerseys, and is able to knife forward out across the 25-yard line to the 27. That's where the Griffins will set up shop. 1st and 10 with 10-12 to go here in the third quarter. Los Al 14, Edison 7.
Carson Clark able to make that catch and then gingerly bringing the ball up about 5 yards before being tackled.
You talk about a fast-moving game. It's only 8:15 and we're into the third quarter. When was the last time that happened?
Running clock games take longer than this one. This is
amazing how
unbelievable.
fast this game has gone.
It's due to how Edison's been able to sustain drives and run the football, to be honest with you.
Trips to the right side, empty backfield for the Griffins. Anthony Lee gets it and hit right as he held onto it, and he'll lose 2 on the play.
And that's just the wrong read right there from Alonzo Esparza. Alonzo Esparza had his inside receiver go right up the field. That was Jaden Hernandez going straight up the field wide open on the streak, but he decided to throw out to Anthony League.
He was well covered on that one. 2nd down and 12. League stays in the game. He starts to the left. Now he shifts over to the right side. Play action fake.
Uh-oh.
Esparza directing traffic. He's in trouble. Throws and incomplete. They might get him for intentional grounding on that one.
He might have got out of the box though. He did move around, and he was outside of the hashes. So
yeah, but I don't know. I don't know if he's
But
outside
if you
the
throw
tackle
the other
box.
way,
but the tackle box is technically, once you're outside of the hashes, where's the tackle box?
there's no flag, so they didn't get him.
1 foot outside the hash.
That's a great job by Alonso getting rid of that.
Yeah, he did. 3rd down and 12.
By the lay of the law, I think he actually did the right thing there. I don't think he got away with one. I think he was close, but I think they made the right call.
That was smart.
3rd down and 12. Esparza back to pass. He's got time. Sets up throws. Complete. Elegon's got it. It's going to be close to the 1st down, and they're going to mark him a couple yards short, right at the 35-yard line.
Do they get into that jumbo, which seems almost unstoppable this year? Every time they need the short yardage and they get in that heavy formation, it looks like they're going to punt, but that's been a real good weapon for Los Al this year, that heavy formation they get in.
You know, a game this close, be smart.
You're playing good
D. Yeah, it's too close.
They're going to try to get him to jump first.
Lenny Ibarra back to attempt only his 3rd punt of Sunset League.
Wow. 3 punts in 5 games.
Barr, rugby-style kicker, approaches it, booms this one away. Line drive kick returnable, taken at the 32, and drowned quickly right at the 33-yard line, trying to get outside. Nothing doing as the Griffins punt coverage team did a nice job there.
I don't know what that was all about. The return man waved his hand like it was going to be a fair catch. Didn't quite get it up there. Makes the catch and runs the football.
So with 9:19 to go here in the 3rd quarter, 2 punts to start this second half of football, 14-7 Los Alamitos.
After no punts the entire first half.
Exactly.
I'd imagine this defense has just got to stay away from making any penalties. It's only the penalized series that Los Al was, or that Edison was able to make it all the way down the field on Los Al. Otherwise, the defense has been nails.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line of Edison, going from right to left. Yamada, 2 receivers on either side of the formation. They'll hand off, and that's Julius Gillick. He'll pick up 3 there on 1st down.
Gillick is tackled on that play by Jackson Regis.
You know, Gillick coming into this game averaging 8.6 yards a carry and 155 yards per game, and he's well below that so far. He started this first half of football.
Yeah, the Griffins are prepared well for him.
2nd down and 8, 3-man front for the Griffins. Looking Rise Niamata, sets up throws. Wide open, complete. Inside the 40-yard line, down to the 30. Let's see where they'll mark him out of bounds, right at the 32-yard line. Big pass, longest play of the night for either team, all the way down to the Griffin 32-yard line.
Looked like a very similar problem to what the Griffins faced last week. The corner just didn't come back with his receiver. Gets completely beaten. It's up to the safety over the top to make that hit. I'm not sure what Gerard Terry's playing in there, but he's got to follow his receiver.
1st and 10, Edison at the Griffin 32-yard line. Twin receivers on either side. York now he splits out further out to the left. Shadowed out there by Tuchek. Niamata steps up in the pocket, sets up throws, and just throws this one away. 2nd down.
That time Los Alamitos is able to get it together in coverage there for what we call a coverage sack, forcing that quarterback out and to throw the ball out of bounds through pressure and coverage.
Tuchek doing a really nice job tonight on Mason York. Hasn't been much of a factor yet on the receiving game.
And Tuchek really loves to get in there, get his hands on a receiver, and try to take him out of the game completely. He's willing to take risks that other cornerbacks are not willing to take.
2nd down and 10. Ball's on the right hash. Twin receivers again in the formation. Gillick offset to the left of Niamata. Niamata turns, hands off. That's Gillick. He'll pick up a couple there. Dragged down right at the 30-yard line.
So question is Edison passing here or running? They playing for a field goal, or they're going to try to get the end zone?
Well, you got to play for 7 against an offense like this.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Again, you got a 30.
Their kicker, Bammer, has a good foot.
That's tough for anybody.
Yeah, Bammer's got a 39-yarder on the season. He's 4 for 6, but I would imagine Coach Grady's
is 2-down
going for 7 here.
100%.
Yeah.
Look for pass here.
Trips out to the left side. Ball's on the right hash on 3rd down and 7. Griffins with a 3-man front. Niamata quickly pump fakes. He's in trouble. Down he goes.
Great job by the Griffins there.
That time the Griffins dial up the blitz, and it's a combination of Jackson Regis, Iverick Kerrigan, and Kamar Motudi coming in there, all blitzing at once to make the tackle on the quarterback in the backfield. That's actually That's what they call a sack, right?
I think
So
that
do you
is
go
a
for it on
sack.
4th and 13,
You have
giving
to.
Los Al good field position,
It's
or
on
you try
the
to pin him
35.
inside the 10?
Well, that's a great question, you know.
Watch
You
for
could
it.
argue it either way, but
They could quick kick it here.
4th and 13, when you know you got to pass against Los Al, is not really a good situation for Edison. But Dole's right. I'd probably come on quarterback, just kick it.
But they did have 4th down earlier. They were able to convert on, or a deep 3rd down in the same situation.
Edison keeps the offense on the field. Trip receivers off to the left side. Gillick behind Niamata. Niamata calls for the ball straight back.
Oh, they're going for it.
He's in trouble.
Wow.
He's chasing out to the outside, and down he
Wow.
goes.
And it gets a loss of
Sack
4.
back to the 39-yard line.
So even better field range for the Griffins now.
A sack on that play by Pearson Sapanga. Sapanga's able to get in there and clean it up.
Pearson was the guest on the coaches show this past week, and I guess Coach Colby's been yelling at him a little bit because he got into that one. Well, the Griffins take over on down. 1st and 10. They've got it at their own 39-yard line.
You guys will love this one. Pearson said, "Oh, we'll go over it later."
Empty backfield for the Griffins. Trips to the left side, and there's a stoppage here. There's a late flag.
So we had a interesting Cobley story with him, Justin.
Yeah, Pearson said that Kobe got quiet on him, so he wasn't sure if he was playing good football. He was starting to wonder if he was on the outs, you know, because Kobe got quiet on him. Kobe's not a quiet guy like that. You know?
No.
He's going to be on you. He said it made him nervous when Kobe got quiet on him.
Well, was there any resolution?
Yeah, Kobe texted us and said he'll make sure he doesn't get quiet on him ever again.
1st and 15 is a flag on the Griffins. Sets up throws. Anthony League's got it on the right side, 40-yard line. Gets a lot of that flag back and plus a few more out to the 44-yard line of Los Alamitos.
Great decision there for quarterback Alonzo Esparza. He looks to his number 1 and his number 2 first and then checks it down to Anthony League, who is able to get, like you said, 10-plus yards to his back.
2nd down and 5 at the 44. League's got it, hitting the backfield, hanging on to the football, driving forward still. Able to pick up a couple yards out of that after getting hit hard in the backfield, but Anthony League, using that big frame of his, able to muscle forward for a few yards there.
Sorry guys, that's the 3rd time that we've run that with that motion, and they're trying to time that motion right now with their linebackers blitzing. That's what was able to get to Anthony on that play.
Lenny Ibarra checks into the backfield for, I believe, the first time tonight. 2 receivers on either side of the formation. Ibarra gets it straight up the middle, and he gets hit right at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Edison came in hard as Hoy Hansen, pretty demonstrative out there, pretty pumped up, and stops the Griffins right at the 45-yard line, and they're sending the punting unit on.
Once again, Edison bringing those outside backers on that play, actually moving Hoy from the middle to the outside to bring him, and really stuck us on that run play.
The Griffins, who put up 60 points a game in the last 3 games, stuck at 14 now as Ibarra booms this one away. The rugby style kick taken at the 28-yard line, breaks a tackle and taken down right at the 34-yard line. Guys, Kamara Matuti. No, make that Jackson. No, actually, Jackson Rambo. That was Rambo Ranger.
Yep.
Okay, so with 5:11 to go here in the 3rd quarter, Los Alamitos 14, Edison 7.
This is probably the most exciting game going on right now in the top 20, Ken.
I would imagine you're right.
Yeah, this has got to be the game of the week, absolutely.
Yeah,
Well, some guy, who was the writer who had his top games of the week, and
that didn't include it.
I'm like, were you saving that for the national game of the week? Like, what the heck?
I think that was Huntley.
Jeez.
So right now, Bosco is beating Olu handedly. Modern Day is winning handedly. Sierra Canyon handedly. Centennial won last night. We'll go down the list. Those are those top 4 that we're talking about for Division I. Everyone else we're liking for Division II, but we're just praying.
You got to love the Sunset League.
1st and 10, Edison at their own 35-yard line. 2 receivers to the right side. Gillick gets it. Hit at the line of scrimmage. And runs into big Manoa Falpusa. Ball's on the ground, but the whistles had blown dead. But Manoa Falpusa stops Gillick for no gain.
Falpusa wrapped him up, and Exodus Outlaw came in to help the finish. And a great job there on 1st down by the Griffins defense.
I mean, that's basically with the 3-man front. Falpusa's beating the center and making a tackle in the backfield. That's that's one of the reasons it's so hard to run on Los Al, because when you got a nose tackle can play 2 gaps and just create that much disruption, it's it really makes life hard on the running backs.
There's a reason why that big man has a USC offer.
No, he is the real deal, and he's fast.
Good luck
he's big,
stopping
strong,
him,
and fast.
Good luck with that one.
2nd and 10. As Sir Bible checks out, Regis comes in. Twin formation. Nehemiah sets up quickly, complete out to the left side as Tatum Rogers in right away on the stop for a short gain of 5 out there. Out to the receiver for the Chargers, Jacob Martin, bring up a 3rd down and 5.
And Tatum Rogers has just had a tremendous second half to this season. Doing a great job out there, combining with Jackson Regis. That's a safety or nickel and outside linebacker combo. Have been pretty locked down there in coverage tonight.
3rd down and 5. Big 3rd down here for both teams. As looks like Manoa jumped off sides, and he did. Oh, Manoa did. You know, that's just so uncharacteristic of him.
We jinxed him.
Oh.
He's pissed. But
you got to come off anyway. No special treatment. You jump off sides, you're coming out.
Yep.
Coming into the game from Manoa, that.
Oh, I don't know. On 3rd and 1, I'd let him have a pass on this one. Big down.
Around here, man.
No
I guess
passes.
not. All right.
I
admire that.
That flag's going to leave him just short, and Andre Taylor comes into the ball game. He was a guest on the coach's show a couple weeks ago. Really like that kid.
It's like marriage when you join this program. Ain't no hall passes around here.
All right. That's till the honeymoon's over. Are you married?
Hall passes in marriage.
We can tell you all about it.
There's a reason why I'm not married.
Yeah, right.
Okay, there's a timeout of the field as Edison wants to talk this thing over. 3:22 to go here in the 3rd. Los Alamitos 14, Edison 7. Yeah, we got married jokes now. So you're the only guy that's not married with children.
I got married jokes and I got dad jokes.
Dull.
No.
Wait, I thought you had children. Didn't you have a bunch of children?
Just my cat he borrowed and never gave it back. True story.
Just your cat?
He's got my cat. We were doing construction. He borrowed it. 2 weeks later,
it's his?
Never came home. It's his.
Yeah, it's my cat now.
Get out of town. Oh, my God. That is funny.
Tony.
You what? I think he needs a friend. We might have one that you could use.
All right.
Yeah,
Evie Baby the Puff. I think she needs a new home.
I don't. I'm not married, but I certainly answer to that cat. That cat runs the house.
Isn't that the way it goes with cats anyway? My God.
Yeah.
We just live in their world. Okay, big 3rd down coming up here for Edison. I would imagine they're going to be coming in that full house set of their own and getting going here. As Mason York is in at quarterback. Full house backfield that's worked every time so far. And up man gets it, and I believe that's Hoy Hansen, and he's able to get the 1st down.
Oh, no, there's a Griffin down on the ground with his knee.
That is Hoy Hansen.
84.
No, that's
64.
That is 94. That's Leaky. Leaky Lotulele. Oh no. And for Big Leaky to go down, he's a big beef for the Griffins, a big 6'2", 300-pound guy with the greatest smile in the world that you'd ever want to see. And you hate to see him on his back out there. Such a great kid. And we're going to go ahead and take a time out here while they attend to him and listen to our folks, say hello to our folks in New York.
It's a good game.
All over the western United States to come and compete in highly organized, efficiently run 7-on-7 and 5-on-5 tournaments with 100% CIF trained officials. We pride ourselves on having tournaments that start on time, run on time, and stay on time. You can expect to complete pool play and single elimination playoffs all within 5 hours. The Showdown Media Group provides free content to each team and has recruiting services at all our tournaments, including 24/7 sports and national preps, which connects with over 270 colleges for our athletes. Catch us on the web at www.theshowdownseries.com. .920 WON The Apple is happy to announce that we have teamed up with Los Al Griffins Sports Network to bring you Los Alamitos Griffins football again this season. 920 WN will carry 6 Griffins football broadcasts this season, beginning September 15th, as the Griffins take on the Mission Viejo Diablos. So tune in to Los Alamitos Griffins football on 920 WN The Apple, powered by a Los Al Griffin Sports Network, starting September 15th at 10 o'clock Eastern Time. Listen live at WNNewYork.net.
By two of his brothers, it probably either hit knee to knee with another player or helmet to knee. Doesn't look great though. It's a lot of weight on that knee.
He can't put any pressure at all on his left leg. So we'll see what that's about. Hopefully, it's just as you said, one of those bruised things and nothing too serious. But when you can't put any pressure on it, that's not a good sign at all. As Leakey's just one of those great guys, just so big in the middle and so important for the Griffins' run defense. Is him being in there like that, and that's going to put some pressure on the other Griffins to step on up. Andre Taylor being one of those, Manoa Falpusa, same with him.
And a quick update for you guys, and what's becoming a close one right now, Mater Dei is up 21-13 on Santa Margarita. And some other scores for you guys. Wow. San Juan Hills took care of Aliso Niguel, 35-0 so far. Notre Dame and Bishop Amat in a close one, 20-13. Notre Dame being the lower seed out of those two. Sarah, of course, is taking care of Alamany 48-0. So it looks like, Sarah may be staying there in their position.
Well, that's a key one here for Los Al is them, and with this game being as it is, Cal Prep's had this game as a big Griffin win, 41-20. Doesn't look like that's going to happen tonight. So the way the Cal Prep's ratings works is if you don't meet that threshold of what they think the game's going to be, it's not as big a win as if you beat it. So that's going to be key here, as Alamany, losing pretty badly over there to Cerro Gardena would actually keep them in that same role. They wouldn't, Cerro Gardena would not drop any points because of it. Okay, here we go. We're back to live action. First down and 10 for Edison. 2 receivers off to the right side, 2 to the left. Ball's on the left hash. Niamata looks right. He's got time, sets up throws, inside complete. Inside the 35-yard line, down to the 33 goes Edison on that strikeout there to Aiden Brown from Niamata.
And almost instantaneously, you noticed a difference in the Griffins' rush there.
Big hit on that play by Isaiah Rubin, who got beaten coverage, was able to make the tackle.
Manoa Falpusa, along with Exodus Allo up front, along with Pearson Sapanga. That's the front 3 for the Griffins. Doubles on either side of the formation for Edison on 1st and 10. We're at 2:38 to go here in the third quarter. 14-7 Griffins. Complete out to the left side and dropped. Yeah. They're going to make that an incompletion. As trying to take off and run a little bit too quick was Jacob Martin, 2nd down.
Yeah, he didn't look that one in all the way. He had Tatum Rogers coming down to make the tackle on him and just dropped that football, heard the footsteps. And guys, one more quick one. Looks like Olu is putting up a battle right now against Bosco as well, as Bosco's up 23-15. So
wow.
Those Bosco and Mater Dei are both in actual games right now.
Wow.
2nd down and 10. Twins on either side of the formation. Gillick offset to the left of Niamata. Griffin showing blitz as Regas sneaks up on the right side. Now he backs away. Niamata looks to change the signals as Iverick Kerrigan comes in and plays chess on the other side for the Griffins defense.
Playcock running down.
2nd down and 10. Barely get that one off. Niamata sets up throws. Right side complete. Inside the 30-yard line. Down to the 27-yard line.
And Niamata makes a very professional throw on the out route to his wide receiver. Hits him on the money, but the Griffins have 2 guys there in coverage. Outside linebacker Kamara Mutudi and cornerback Gerard Terry coming up to make the tackle.
3rd down and we'll call it a short 5.
Edison is definitely in no hurry.
Now there's 2:03 to go. The clock is winding down here into the third quarter. Twin formations again. That seems to be working for the Chargers here in this second half. Motion man comes across the formation from right to left. Niamata hands to Gillick. He's got a first down on the big push on the off the right side. First down for Edison.
And they're just able to use that speed in that push for the offensive line to get that first down. Very much playing a rugby style of offense themselves when they're able to run the ball and just get those 2 or 3 yards. Kent, they are very efficient in their running game when that's what's needed.
And that's the thing. They've done a good job containing Julius from the quote-unquote big run tonight, but he's gotten those body blows, 3 to 4 yards when they need it, just kind of keeping them ground and consistent. And this is why it's such a close, tight game.
Keeping the clock moving, which is what their goal is. They're just keeping that offense cold and on the sideline.
Very methodical in their approach.
1st and 10, they've got it. Tight formation right at the Griffin 23-yard line. Make that the 22. We're at 1 minute to go here in the third. Niemana hands to Gillick. Up the middle he goes. Big run, still on his feet. Driving ahead goes Julius Gillick. Picking up 8 yards there on first down to the Griffin 13-yard line.
You got to remember, Los Alamitos is used to getting fresh legs in on that defensive line. Right now, it's going to have to be Manoa Falpusa staying in there because Liki Lotulele is out.
Well, they can rotate Andre Taylor in there, as Andre Taylor is he's a pretty big, beefy guy himself in there.
And they're just working that double team on that nose guard, and they're able to run the football right off the side of that.
Need those linebackers to step up for the Griffins. We're at 20 seconds to go here in the third. 2nd down and 2. Tight formation, double tight for Edison. Motion man goes across the formation, sets up to the right side. Gillick with a whole load of steam runs into a wall, and I think he's got enough for the first down there.
Didn't get much, but didn't need much, and that's just it. They're being very methodical and patient. Just body blow, body blow, body blow.
Yeah, he sure paid the price for those yards. He got hit hard as he went through the hole there.
And that's the end of the third. The score at the end of 3. No score in that quarter. Los Alamitos 14 and Edison 7 as we head to the last 12 minutes of this Sunset League Championship ballgame.
And Regis was able to make the tackle from the outside there. And this is what you all talk about all year, Ken. All year the the coach tells you, and your quarterback, everybody else tells you, you got to be ready for those big moments. You lift those weights, you work out nonstop, you work hard in football, in the classroom, and it all comes down to, a 7-point game here going into the 4th quarter in order to win the Sunset League title for the 4th consecutive year. And have you done everything that you needed? Have you put it all in and sold out for your teammates all year long so that it comes together at this point and you can take home another Sunset League title? That's what we're going to see here in the 4th quarter. I would hope for a very clean football game from here on out for the Griffins. And, we want to beat Edison. We don't want to beat ourselves. We want one of these 2 teams to go out as the better team at the end of the day. And that's what I'm hoping for Los Alamitos to close out this year with a strong win against a great team in Edison, one that we knew was going to come in and put up a huge fight tonight.
Well, you've got history on the line as the Griffins are seeking to join the 53 to 56 Anaheim Colonists. They of the galloping ghosts of La Palma Park, Mickey Flynn.
La Palma Park,
wow.
Right?
That's right, the galloping ghost of La Palma Park. Mickey Flynn of the Anaheim Colonists from 53 to 56 is the only team in the Sunset League history to rip off 4 consecutive undefeated league championships. Okay, 1st and 10, Edison. They've got it at the Griffin 13-yard line. They'll hand off. Gillick tries the right side, still on his feet, spins and gets inside the 10. They'll mark him down at the 9 there, and then he gets pushed back. 4-yard pickup there on first down.
Speaking of Sunset League play right now at halftime at Davidson Field, Corona Del Mar is up on Huntington Beach 28-21. That's basically an elimination game. The winner's got a shot at the playoffs. The loser's more or less out. So a lot of implications in that game as well.
Unit 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7 from the 9.
Yeah, I mean, that's you're right. One of those teams, I think it might set up a coin flip for 3rd place.
Well, no,
you guys would know better than me.
Yeah, Harbor's going to finish 3rd because they have the tiebreaker over CDM. But for a wild card, CDM's trying to get to 5 and 5. Huntington's trying to get to 4 and 6.
2nd down and 7. Double tight formation again for Edison. Gillick gets it up the middle. He goes, slants to the right, and short gain right there runs into a mass of humanity wearing black for the Griffins.
Griffin's able to make a stop on that run play. It looked like Jackson Regis coming in there losing a shoe before making the tackle. That'll bring up a 3rd down.
We'll give him 6. 3rd down and 6 to go. Only a 1 yard on that play. as the Griffins' defensive front stiffened.
Griffins making some substitutions to match what they're seeing here from the Edison offense. Looks like the Griffins will go back into the dime package, taking out a linebacker in service for a safety.
Look for Mason York. He's split out wide to the left side there. He's singled up out there with Josh Tuchek.
Ball here.
On 3rd down and 6. Motion man comes right to left. Gillick in the backfield. There's a flag on the play. Let's see what this flag was about. It's against Edison. Looks like there was motion. So that'll move him back 5. That was a crucial penalty at that part of in that stage of the ball game.
This is Griffins going big against Edison. We had both cornerbacks all the way up in press coverage saying, if you're going to beat me, you're going to have to beat me the hard way.
Well, Tuchek against York on the outside, they're both about the same height. So it's not like it's going to be that big of a mismatch over there. On 3rd down and 11, they can still get a first down at the 2. Trips to the left side. Looking left is Niamata. Sets up looking for York and incomplete. Actually was throwing not to York as York was bringing that one inside. Throwing to Brown on that one. That's going to bring up a 4th down, and they're going to send the field goal unit on.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to get those other receivers to clear out that area and then throw the out route to his inside receiver, Brown. And the ball wasn't on the money, and good coverage by Los Alamitos. Nothing happening there for Edison. They'll have to go and try to kick this field goal.
Nico Bammer on to try a 30-yard field goal. He's 4 for 6 on the season so far. He'll be going, the right-footed kicker will be kicking from the right hash mark. Kind of an extreme angle here for him.
He had that game winner, of course, against Newport Harbor a couple weeks ago.
Aiden Brown is the holder. There's a snap. There's the kick. It's up. And it is good. So with 9:40 to go here in the 4th quarter, Los Alamitos 14 and Edison 10.
Wow, going right down to the wire, huh?
Get our money's worth, right?
Yeah.
Definitely get our
Never
money's
easy.
worth.
If you're going to win a 4th straight league championship, you have to earn it.
You know what? You hit the nail on the head, and you don't want to roll over the team in a game like this. It's just, and you wouldn't expect it. You've got Edison comes into this game. Their 3 losses were against teams with a combined record of 25-2. So it's not like they've had some rough. It's not like they got rolled by anyway. San Clemente was they had their way with them, but beyond that, both these teams with their losses, they've just been really small losses all year long.
Yeah,
Edison team has stepped up all year long as well. Their schedule got switched up due to the Hawaii fires, and then they just were pretty much fill that schedule up whoever you can. We're going to take on anybody and everybody and keep our year moving forward.
Well, it's been a while since the Griffins had the ball on offense. So let's see if the Griffins have some rust. They've had to punt twice now on their last 2 possessions, which is very, very unusual for the Griffins.
Well, the Griffins really have their whole playbook open to them now. They do have the lead, but if you put this ball back in Edison's hands, you have to score points, because if Edison gets the ball back, they'll run the whole clock out.
Kick to Clark. Clark gets it, tries to roll it, get to the outside, and he runs a long way sideways and doesn't get to the 15-yard line, so the Griffins start in a hole back at their own 14-yard line.
It's going to be a huge offensive series for the Griffins. Really need to get some points on the board here.
And you wonder, you come out in a game and you're fired up, you're excited, you're literally warmed up, and to be on the sideline that long, we're here in like late October. You literally do cool off.
Yeah.
How much will that play on the rhythm and the timing and all those little things?
The offense has been out there twice since halftime, so.
Yeah. Right. And if you had told me Los Al would only have 2 punts going in the 4th quarter, I'd say they're in good shape.
Yeah.
But just the way the game's playing out.
Been a tale of 2 halves. The first half, 2 possessions, 2 scores. Second half, 2 possessions, 2 punts.
Empty backfield for the Griffins. Esparza back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. He's down. He goes inside the 10-yard line, and down he gets sacked.
That time the offensive line just letting their quarterback down. They're standing around as the quarterback gets sacked. You got to hold those blocks.
5-yard loss. Back to the 10-yard line. Empty backfield again. Esparza quickly sets up right side, complete.
Oh, good block.
And that's Heligon, still on his feet. Gets close to the 20-yard line, picking up almost 10 yards on that play. That'll bring up a 3rd down, and we'll call it a long 5 there.
Time the Griffins getting right back on the ball quick and then running a wide receiver screen to the short side of the field. Elegon's able to make the reception and then get skinny through a couple of defenders to make it a more manageable 3rd down here.
3rd down and 5. The Griffins have 3 receivers split wide out to the left side. The ball's in the right hash mark. Empty backfield for the Griffins. Sparza back to pass, sets up, throws, and incomplete. Miscommunication out there as he's expecting Clark to sit down in there, and the Griffins will go 3 and out.
Carson Clark right there. I think Alonzo Sparza is expecting to come back to that football. Carson Clark continues their own choice route to the post, and that miscommunication costs the Griffins right there a 1st down.
Lenny Ibarra back in punt formation. Notice that Edison's fielded every punt. As Ibarra approaches the ball, booms it away. Low kick, bounces, takes a Griffin roll. This one's not going to get returned, but it stops well short of the 50-yard line at the 48-yard line. That's where Edison will take over. 1st and 10, 8:20 to go.
And I got
here in the 4th quarter, 14-10, Los Alamitos.
You had told Edison, do you want the ball with 8.5 to go in the 4th with a chance to take the lead? Would you take that?
Oh boy, would they.
100%. I mean, this is kind of playing out the way they would hope.
Well, I got to tell you, Coach Campbell, he actually called me this morning, told me this is what he thinks Edison needs to do. How prophetic was that?
It's one of those things, too. We picked a real bad time to completely muff a punt. I mean, it's tough. This defense is really going to have to step up here and make good for their offense. The offense went out there and only burned off about 30 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, the Griffins' offense been in a funk this whole 2nd half.
They just not get a rhythm going. And
no 1st downs in the 2nd half for the Griffins' offense.
Wow. This is where you look for a playmaker to make a play. Strip of a football or interception to change the game.
All the momentum is with the green and gold. Back to pass Niamata, looking for it all deep, looking for York, over his head and incomplete.
I have no idea how we let somebody get over top of us there.
York had he had a step, but Niamata didn't quite put enough air on that one. That goes incomplete.
It looked like the receiver slowed up just a bit too. The quarterback thought he had him in stride, put just a little too much mustard on that one, and the Griffins got lucky because he did beat them over top.
2nd down and 10. Personnel changes coming here for Edison as they rotate guys in and out, kind of like the Griffins do.
Edison took their shot on that last play, making it look like a run and then throwing it over top.
York splits out wide to the left, trips to the right side. Gillick behind Niamata. Back to pass he goes, trying to set up a screen, and he throws down at the foot of nobody. I mean, there was no intended receiver, no eligible receiver where that ball was thrown. And yeah, there was no eligible receiver anywhere near that play.
We're going to get away with one there. Yeah, he was covering the running back out in the flat.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is.
Yeah,
they talked about it.
He was right. I mean, there was no eligible receiver anywhere near where that ball was thrown. Officials talked it over. Here comes the flag, and I'm sure that's going to be intentional grounding. And that is the correct call because he was not out of the tackle box. He's going straight back. And
Edison knows it too. They're already walking back.
Yep, intentional grounding against Edison. And here's the bad thing. It's a loss of down too. So that's one of those big Herculean type of penalties that just kills you. That moves the ball back to the 40-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and
22.
Yeah, wow. Big penalty for Edison.
This is really where Los Alamitos has got to stand up and make some big plays on defense.
Yeah, the Griffins coaching staff was lobbying for that call the whole way, and they were right.
And it's good on the refs for having the chat back there and making the right call.
Here we go. 3rd down, 23. Trips out to the right side. York is off to the left by himself against Tuchek. Niamata back to pass. Now he rolls out. Now he rolls the other way. Sets up, throws it away. Boy, that should be another intentional grounding. There's nobody over there.
He had Gillick wide open, too.
Yeah, I mean,
throw a flag.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, Niamata just heaved that one into the side, and there was nobody anywhere near that. And that's another huge That'll be a loss of down there too, back at the 25 if it's intentional grounding. Back-to-back intentional grounding.
Griffins coming up big there with only their front three rushing, and then a late go there by Jackson Regis. They get in the quarterback's face and force him with pressure to throw that ball out of bounds in no man's land where there was no receiver around.
And remember, this drive started on the 47-yard line going in. Now they're going to set up shop around the 20.
That's a great job by the Griffin front, though.
4th down. Back at the 20-yard line of Edison. Wow, what do they call it? A bunch of events.
They have a movie title for that, Kent. Reversal of Fortune.
Oh my God. 4th down and a mile.
Love to see a big play here from the superstar, Carson Clark.
Carson Clark standing right at midfield, awaiting the punt. Booms it away. Good kick. It's returnable. Clark at the 46. He muffs it, but he jumps right on it. Clark had it, and boy, the Griffins dodged a bullet as it came right out of his hands and is able to jump on it right at the 45-yard line.
After all that, could you have imagined?
As it is, the Griffins will have it 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line, 7:57 to go. Here in the 4th quarter, Los Alamitos 14 and Edison 10.
That one will make you gasp right there if you're a Griffin fan.
Oh, yeah.
Carson did a good job after muffing the punt of having the wherewithal to get his hands on it and cover the ball up. Oh.
That was it was a great punt there by the punter, Kammer. Boy, he just long hand time, well in the air. Okay, Griffins have it. 1st and 10. Handoff, that's League. Knifes through for a few. Still going forward. The Griffins really hadn't done a whole lot of running the ball here in the second half, and nice to see League get out there and push the pile for 4 yards.
Well, he had a good first quarter, good first half, and they kind of got away with that. Now, granted, the most of the second half they've been on the sideline, but you're right. If you're going to win this championship, you got to run to glory.
That diamond formation.
Griffins in, out quickly to Gerard Terry, makes one tackler miss, and gets out across midfield to the 48-yard line of Edison. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 2.
The Griffins keeping up with keeping the pace up right now and getting right back on the football, trying to keep this Edison defense on their heels.
Griffins bring out the beef. Capusa and Matuidi into the ball game.
Oh, look at that Edison front there.
Edison had too many men on the field. That's handed off to League, and he doesn't get there. He stopped a yard short.
Oh, boy.
But Edison had too many guys on the field, but no flag came out.
They get 12.
I got to think Los Al's going for it here.
Oh, boy.
Less than a yard.
4th down and 1.
Oh.
At the Edison 47-yard line. They got to get to the 46. Edison stiffened up on that play as the Griffins went fast break with the jumbo. Not much of a push. Here we go. 4th down and 1. And Edison jumps off sides. Oh! And that's going to get 5 the easy way.
And you seen the center, he got nailed, but he popped up and put his hands forward like he was Anquan Bolden catching the first down.
That was
take that hit.
That was Capono Mao getting that big center for the Griffins.
Griffins back on the football.
1st down, Los Alamitos. Wimberly sets up to the right side into the slot. 4-man front. Handed off League, trying to get the right side. And Edison right there, after a 3-yard gain, they'll drive him back.
League that time trying to go to the right side off tackle. I think he might have missed one there. He had the whole edge wide open, not a defender in space. Hits the off tackle as the play was designed and is tackled there by the inside linebacker.
2nd down and 7. Ball's at the 39-yard line, 6:09 and counting here in the 4th. League, right side again, breaks one tackle,
nice
breaks another,
move.
1st down, Los Alamitos.
And that's big league football right there. It looked like he was going to be tackled well short of the 1st down, and Anthony League puts his foot into the ground, bounces off one tackle, and gets skinny before the next, and picks up that 1st down.
1st down, Los Alamitos at the 28-yard line. Lenny Ibarra gets it, breaks the tackle, he's headed to the pay dirt, he's at the 10, he's going, touchdown, Griffins, Lenny Ibarra.
And the Griffins switch it up. From thunder to lightning, Lenny Ibarra comes in and is able to hit the hole hard and go all the way into the touchdown untouched for the Griffins' biggest touchdown of the year to put them up 20-10 against their rivals, the Edison Chargers.
On to tack on the extra point, Benji Gamarnik out of the hold of Colin Creason and the snap of Iker Serbian. Snap down, kick is up, and it is good. So with 5:44 to go here in the 4th quarter, Los Alamitos 21 and Edison 10. Wow, what a ball.
And if you're a Los Al fan, you got to
great.
be excited because Edison's not really built for being down 11 points with 5:44 to go. You know, if it's a one possession score less, that's fine for Edison. But right now, they're going to have to open it up, and that's really not in their wheelhouse.
Well, you know, especially after, you know, you see the decision making of their quarterback in that last drive. Boy, those are just, you need better play than that. You know, if you're going to, you know, advance or you're going to play against the tough teams, you can't do those things, especially not on back-to-back plays. It's just you're better off taking the sack. You got to know better than that, I guess.
And it's set up perfect for Edison. It's a touchdown, you get the lead, you're on the 47 going in, and they got away from what they're doing best, and just like that, a game that's close and competitive is starting to get away from them.
Well, if you're a Laker fan listening to Chick Hearn, he'd call that a 4-point switch.
This is an 11-point game right now, but it's about 11 inches that are separating these two teams during this game. These guys have gone head-to-head all night, and Edison, like Kent said, you know, those mistakes by the quarterback were extremely costly. They had 2 chances, you know, to do something and weren't able to do it due to the pressure of the defense, though, for Los Al.
McLaughlin approaches the one, hasn't dropped one into the end zone yet. This one's not getting there either. Taking at the 44-yard line, right side, and hurdles a man, goes the return man, and Mason York. Boy, I'll tell you what, he really pulled the hops out of there. It looks like a high jumper on that one, getting out across to the 24-yard line, goes out of bounds. And Edison will take over, 1st and 10 there, 5:38 to go here in the second half. Make it the 4th quarter, make it the ball game, hopefully. Well, let's see what happens here. Edison has 2 timeouts. They had to burn one earlier in the ball game, so that may loom large here late in the 4th quarter.
23-yard return, puts the ball at the 27-yard line. It's 1st and 10.
Niamata stays in at quarterback. Looks like he's got a different glove on now, a black glove. I think to your point, that was that weightlifter glove. 2 receivers out to the left side. Niamata back to pass, looks right. He's got time, sets up, throws complete, coming back for the ball, and going to be right at the sticks. I think, no, it looks like he ran short of the 1st down. He had it. They're going to mark him down just short, right at the 40, make it the 36-yard line, 2nd down and 1.
That was a good timing route there from the quarterback hitting his receiver in stride, and the receiver stepping out of bounds just before the 1st down.
2nd and 1, twin formations again on either side. Gillick behind Niamata. Niamata hands off Gillick, hitting the backfield, trying to stay free, but Ivan Kerrigan's got him, and nothing doing. He'll lose one on that play.
And Madman Motuti getting into the backfield first, making a big hit on the running back. The running back bounces off, and then just very quickly, Pearson Sapanga and another tackler in there to finish off the play.
3rd down and 2 for the Chargers. Make that 3rd down and 3. Niamata looks left. Now he comes back to the right. He's got a man wide open down the sideline and caught and dropped away, but they're going to give a flag on Isaiah Rubin as he got beat down the sideline and came back and ran into the receiver, and they're going to flag him for pass interference, and Edison's going to get bailed out of that one.
Guys, interesting note here. Not in really any in certain terms, we had 107 points put on the board tonight by losing, or they're up 107 to 3. Pretty mean right there.
Oh, are they playing Morningside again?
I missed the name. I'll have to check it out again in a second.
Oh my goodness!
How is it even possible with the running clock?
They did it a couple years ago.
So surprising. And then number 12 versus number 10. That's Jay Sarah's up on Servite right now, 42-0. Did Servite just decide to take a rest week this week?
They want to go D2.
Yeah, and then we got Mater Dei still up 21-13, and then Bosco's up 35-22 on Olu. So I think there's some tighter games tonight in the top of the class.
That penalty moved the ball to the 49-yard line of Edison, 1st and 10. 4:50 to go here in the 4th quarter. Griffins up 21-10. Back to pass. Niamata has got time, sets up, throws, intercepted! Isaiah Rubin on the interception.
What a great
makes up for that pass interference and takes the ball away and sticks the dagger in the heart of the Edison Chargers.
And Isaiah Rubin doing what he's done all year, Kent. Baited the quarterback into another bad throw and another Isaiah Rubin interception. you know, that's a USC-bound cornerback right there and strong safety, and you really can't play with that guy. You know, he's dangerous, and that time he shows in the most important time to put these Edison Chargers away.
So here's my question. All night long when Los Alamos had the ball, they've kind of run a high-tempo, fast-break offense. Do they finally want to slow it down and start using clock? Because that's your number one ally right now, above and beyond the score.
I would imagine they're going to go into their 4-minute offense now.
Yeah, you no need to go no huddle. Just take your time. Let Edison burn their timeouts and get that title.
That interception was Isaiah Rubin's 3rd interception in the last 4 games.
And it's all come to the right side of the field just like that, Kent. Jumping a route to the inside receiver. And you got to bait the quarterback to make that happen. It's a great play by Isaiah.
Bad snap, but it's taken by League. He's got it. Down the left side he goes. Inside the territory, down to the 30-yard line. Anthony League busts off a huge run all the way down to the Edison 27-yard line.
That looked like Anthony League with 30-plus yard run to start this series that time. And it looks like he's going to take a break. It looks like he may have a cramp or something going on there.
No, he's got an ankle again. Yeah, Anthony League came out away from that hobbling a bit, and he can tell that was he was hurting there. So he's going to come off, and let's get that thing taped off. And the Griffins certainly have enough guys who can carry the rock.
Yeah,
namely number 28, scored the last touchdown, Lenny Ibarra.
Gerard Terry's done well tonight too for himself, but Lenny Ibarra definitely with that speed and that changeup. Anthony League, the patient runner, Lenny Ibarra, he just gets right to it. You know, he gets to that hole quicker than the majority of the guys out here playing football.
Clock winds. We're at 4:25 and counting. And there we go. Coach Fenton saying, hey, slow down, guys.
I say, do they even huddle?
Coach Fenton, very animated over there. He's going to say, wait till the back judge raises his hand. That means you got 5 seconds to snap the ball, and that's what they're doing.
Alonzo, remember those things we went over?
There's the hand in the air. Okay, here we go. Bad snap. Esparza gets it. Now he runs out to the left side, and he goes out of bounds.
That could be a flag.
No, he doesn't got it. Actually, they're going to. He stayed in bounds, and they threw him out of bounds. No flag, but he'll lose a yard on the play.
Alonzo Esparza getting that ball up off the ground quick, and then trying to just run it himself. Definitely don't want to run it out of bounds, but he was tackled before he went out of bounds, so that kept the clock rolling. Los Alamitos continuing to get the objective done here.
He'll lose a yard on the play, back to the 28-yard line. Clock's winding, 3:26 and counting. Here in the 4th quarter, Griffins up 21-10. Well in control of this one.
And Edison giving Hayden Elegon a huge amount of space out there.
Ibarra gets it, right side he goes, sticks his foot in the ground, still on his feet, inside the 25-yard line, pushing down. Rugby player down to the 20-yard line goes Lenny Ibarra. Lenny Ibarra, a member of the National Championship Rugby team.
And Lenny Ibarra just did one of the craftiest moves I've seen. He slipped one guy and then jumps over the other low tackler. But it was the way in which he did it. He kind of just short jumped him and got an extra few yards on the end of that play.
Well, Edison burns their 2nd time out. They've got 1 left. When we come back, it'll be Griffins 3rd down and 2 at the 19-yard line.
This running back by committee for the Griffins seems to be working quite well for him.
No, it really does, Coach. He said, between Gerard Terry, who's now back, and then you've got other guys that, that have played, we're not going to say that the JV guys that come in, they can all run the ball. There's a freshman for the Griffins named Cam Tillis. He's a dude, too. He can really run. There's been even some other guys, Blake Vera, another Griffin that came out last. I think he busted his first run ever for like a 61-yard touchdown.
Wow.
They got a player on their team. It's Hofflin. Is he a freshman or a sophomore?
He's a sophomore. That's Becken Hofflin.
His mom has been all my kids' teachers, so I've got a little bias towards him. But
yeah. Gavin Vera was the one who broke off a big 61-yard touchdown run, his very first carry as a Griffin.
That's a good way to start.
It sure is. Good way to start your career.
Yeah.
3rd down and 2 for the Griffins with 2:57 to go as the inflatable Griffin gets deflated over there. 3rd down and 2. Edison has 5 men at the line of scrimmage. Handoff, Ibarra hitting the backfield, struggles forward. It's going to be close to the first down. Might be just a little short as Edison takes their final timeout with 2:50 to go. And the Griffins will be about a yard short and really 1 yard away from putting this game away if they go big and get it. I don't imagine they're going to go field goal here.
No, the risk reward just isn't worth it.
No.
Because even if they stop you, they're going to have to go 80 yards, get an onside. Get your big boys in there, get that first down, and then you're essentially in a position where you can take a knee and start ordering patches.
I like the Griffins' odds of getting this first down as well. So,
who are you going to give it to? You're going to give it to
78.
78, big Manoa Falposa.
Manoa, the man.
The guy averages, about 1 yard a carry.
That's all he needs when they put him in. That's fine.
1 yard per carry, actually.
He's not in there in 3rd and 10. I know that.
Manoa, he comes into this game averaging 1.6 yards a carry. His longest run of the year is 3 yards, and he's got 4 touchdowns and numerous first downs.
There you go.
But yeah, to your point, Coach, when you're talking about the Griffins Griffins running back stable, Lee comes in this game averaging 9.4 yards a carry, Lenny Ibarra 8.6, Gerard Terry 7.6, and even Alonzo Sparza 6.4. He's the other part of this equation that's really something, as the Griffins are just so tough to defend with the Sparza being the running back that he is.
So there's a term for that. Defensive coordinator's nightmare.
Yeah, I think so. And they can all do so many different things.
A lot of this goes back to the offensive line. You look at, we talk about the great quarterbacks and receivers they had through the years, but look at Henderson last year, the backs they got this year, but the one common thread is that great offensive line.
Well, here we go, 4th and 1. The Griffins stay. They don't go
go
big. It's go straight to Sparza. Straight ahead. They got the first down for the Griffins. No tush push. He gets right in there. Or no brotherly shove, whatever you want to call that. It's a first down. Actually, the Griffins got called for a tush push a couple games ago. Can't do it in high school. They call that helping the runner.
I knew that was a rule in high school. You can't do that, huh?
Can't do that in high school, no. That's a big no-no. I don't even think you can do it in college. Well, the Griffins get that key first down, so the clock winds with 2:30, and this is all over but the shouting. This ball game's in the refrigerator. The Jello's cooling. No, the eggs are cooling. The butter's getting hard.
The Jello's jiggling,
and the Jello's jiggling.
God bless Chick Hearn.
Hey, Coach picked that one up. Good for you. The eggs are cooling, butter's getting hard, and the Jello is jiggling.
I mean, how great was it growing up here in Southern California? Chick Hearn,
God.
Vince Scully, Bob Miller.
That's what I do. Those are my inspirations of doing this. I'd listen to Vince Scully on the radio, and I even did I just. How do you not want to be an announcer? I remember as a kid playing basketball with my buddies, and I'm announcing the game as I'm playing. Kent's got the ball, dribbling his right, stop, shoots, he scores!
I wish there were some NFL films or NBA films of that, Kent.
Handoff, Lenny Ibarra's got it. He moves forward for a couple, then the scrum comes back the other way, appropriate for a rugby-style carrier, as we're at a minute 20, and Edison can't stop the clock.
I was blessed enough to have met Vince Scully, and I will tell you, he was the real deal. He was like nicer in person than his persona was actually on there. He was just a complete gentleman. Shook your hand, looked you in the eye. He thanked me for being at the Dodger game. I was up in the booth with him. I had a friend who worked at Fox who got us up in the booth. And he said, "Thanks for coming to the Dodger game, Kevin."
Oh, that's wild.
He was awesome.
You talk about one of those things that you just absolutely love. Congratulations to Coach Cobley coming on down here to celebrate with the team as
you want to put him on? Coach, you want to talk?
Coach, get there.
Here.
Coach Colby's going to join us here for the last 30 seconds of the ball game. Coach, congratulations on joining the 53-56 Anaheim Colonists. A very tough, hard-fought win.
Well, they're going to get the ball back here, so I'm still a little bit nervous, but yeah.
I think you're in pretty good shape here, Coach.
Yeah.
Congratulations, just an outstanding performance on defense by the Griffins.
Yeah, we played really tough. A couple guys were banged up. Leakey went down. I saw it. He got rolled up on pretty good, and I'm worried about him right now, but we played good on defense. We played a much better second half than we did the first half. So, yeah, that's the game.
Great job,
Well, actually,
Coach.
there's 2 seconds to go. The Griffins take a timeout here, and I would imagine they're just going to run one play, just kind of run around in the back to let this one end.
All right.
So there is 2 seconds to go. But anyway, Coach, congratulations on the
thank
win. Any words of wisdom down here?
No, man, it was a tough job. You know, I kind of lit them up at halftime, and I said, hey, we got to make plays. You know, we got to do our job. You know, that was the thing, is people were trying to do other people's job in the first half, and then we got a couple stupid penalties. You know, I don't know about the face mask, and then certainly I think one of our guys pushed off their guy on the one that we got that personal foul, and that just sustained drives. But god dang, we played tough when we got in our red zone, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. And other than just the one little miscommunication there, or maybe when we sent pressure there in the red zone and they got that swing pass out, Coach, we were trying to figure out, was that just a good play call there by the offense, or was that an out of a position there by one of our players?
We knew what they were going to do, and we told the linebacker, you're man on the back, and he just didn't do his job. You know, it's just one of those things, you know. But hey, our guys got us here, and we're going to live and die with them, right? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Throws the ball into the end zone. I think it goes incomplete. That might be the first incompletion or the only incompletion of the night. And that's it.
All right.
Triple
I gotta
zeros
get
on the
down there,
scoreboard.
guys.
The final
Great
score,
job, Coach.
Thanks.
Los Alamitos 21 and Edison 10. And the Griffins are the 4-time defending Sunset League champion, joining the 53-56 Anaheim Colonists as the only other team in the history of the Sunset League to pull off such a feat.
What an amazing piece of history that is, Ken. You know, over 70 plus years of the Sunset League, almost 80 years now, right? 80 plus years?
That's 86 years.
86 years. My math ain't very good right now, of course, but 86 years of the Sunset League, and the Griffins just tied an all-time record for the most amount of wins. We will hope that our league is called the Sunset League next year, but if this is the way that the Sunset goes down for the Sunset League, we're glad to be atop of it.
Well, that's just, again, one heck of a game. You just got to make sure that, make sure you check what happens here with the CIF. Again, the CIF playoff brackets will be posted on the CIF Southern Section website beginning at 10 o'clock on Sunday. We'll find out next week's playoff opponent and location for next Friday's game. For Justin Connolly, this is Kent McHale saying goodbye from Vet Stadium, where the Los Alamitos Griffins have won the Sunset League Championship for the 4th consecutive year.